A shadow stirs on the mountain high. Whispers dance where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.
Stealing hand, hearts ignite, echoes call through endless night. Rise up, the dawn is near. The call of legends loud and clear. Through fire and frost,
Movie references. Any last minute questions? Any last minute thoughts? Now would also be the time to update your name tag for the name of your character so that your character name is to the left. Your name is in brackets so that when you're out of character, we're calling you by your real name. But when we're in character, we're calling each other by character names. You can always refer to me as Hey You or Storyteller or whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm ultimately very comfortable with that.
Where do I change the name?
There are 3 little bullets in the upper right-hand corner of your camera screen in StreamYard. If you click on that, there should be a settings option. I believe it's in the settings option, or it could be called a name option as well. Oh, this isn't going to be hard. Eldria, and Lyra.
No, it's Eldira.
Where's the so the R is silent?
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I'm. Well,
Make
make
sure
sure
you're
I'm
spelling-
also correct.
Let me make sure I'm spelling my character name correctly. Hold on.
Yeah,
one
it's
second.
incorrect.
I don't know. Do I want to be Lyra or Lyra? Lyra?
Oh.
Lyra. I like Lyra.
Well, of course you do. Eldira.
Eldira.
Yeah.
Eldira. Yeah.
IR like in ear. Eldira.
Yeah.
There we go. So I added 2 new channels below the Age of Restoration channel. There is the session notes, and then there is the lore channel. So when I recap every session, I will drop both a text version as well as an audio version of the recap. And then whenever there's lore to be added, I'll just drop it in the lore channel. So the lore channel, both those channels you're free to use, free to interact with anything that gets dropped there. I do that mostly because I want to make it note friendly in case you're not note friendly, in case you struggle with notes or don't enjoy taking notes. That way you don't have to feel too overwhelmed by the note taking. Some people love to do it. Some are in between, and Callista loves taking notes. She is a robust note taker. And her favorite activity is to roll the bodies. So looking for das Loot. So any last minute questions, concerns, thoughts?
I know so little, I cannot frame a question.
Perfect.
So I do. I'm joking, but
So let's finalize our homebrew options. 1, we are all okay with healing potions. If you take a healing potion as an action, you automatically get the full amount of healing. Otherwise, a healing potion and all other potions are a free action. They do not require an action or a bonus action. So that's the first one I think everyone was super happy about. The second one is we do what's called max crit. So in combat, if you ever roll a natural 20, you do whatever damage dice you roll, they are automatically max. So if you roll a D8, you automatically do 8 points of damage. You then get to roll that d8 again. You then add the two together and add your damage modifier to it, and that's considered the max damage that you do. We also do what's called Gambler's Luck. If you're ever rolling with advantage or disadvantage, and you roll doubles, double ones all the way up to double 20s, or vice versa, however it works, that is considered a critical hit. And that would be under the rules of max damage as well. Natural 20s for skill checks and ability checks does not guarantee immediate success. So if you get a natural 20, you will still add your skill level to it, and that would be your DC result for the difficulty check. The scaling of difficulty, 1 through wherever it goes up to. Just because I don't do fail and pass. Whatever you roll in comparison to that difficulty check determines the amount of information that you learn. It's a little bit different than some of the other rules. Oh, and bonus action. All cantrips are bonus actions. So if you're a caster and you have cantrips, they are considered bonus actions. That should give you more to do as a caster, for sure.
Right?
Do I have spells? Oh, yes, I do have spells. Oh, yes, I should pick my spells.
Wait, I already put that one there. Duh. Sometimes my brain works.
Sometimes mine does.
The world of Exandria has changed. The kingdoms and continents of this world have recently gone through a period known as the end of divergence, the great sealing of the Celestial Gate, and the Celestial Gate itself allows divine influence, but not necessarily the direct interaction of the gods themselves. However, a particular wizard, goes by the name of Ludinus, created an opportunity where he was convinced that the arcane nature of the world was more valuable, more important, and would actually bring balance to the world. And he used the apogee solstice on the red moon as a means to finally try to destroy the gods by releasing a creature known as Predathos. This is known as the God Eater. However, some intrepid adventurers not only prevented the outcome of this being universally applied to the world, but Predathos itself is now contained within one of these adventurers, and the world has accepted the fact that gods now hide amongst those on the material plane as a means to avoid Predathos, as a means to journey into their next level of existence. Only a near handful of gods remained in the background. And these gods no longer intercede directly. Divine power comes exclusively from the gate itself. Gods do not communicate with the people anymore. The idea of divinity is in decline. Temples and churches are in empty decay as people turn to the two new powers that seem to reign supreme over the land. And nature magic and arcane magic have become the predominant forces within Exandria. More importantly, the arcane magic has really shown itself to be quite influential within the continent of Tal'Dorei. More importantly, its capital city known as Emon, the largest of all the cities that exist in the continent. And here, a new council presides in the Cloudtop District. And this new council is no longer the shadow of its former monarchy. With the conclusion of the Apogee Solstice and the defeat of Ludinus, those that were involved in Vasselheim and those involved in the protection of the world have moved on. Their lives taking place in the deep roots of the world to find other adventures and things to do. But those in power agree that this new period with the end of divergence is now referred to as the Age of Restoration, as the world begins to try its best to rebuild after the destruction of the Whispered One, as well as the destruction of the Chroma Conclave. The Chroma Conclave was the one that left their mark deepest on the capital city of Emon. A great crater in the Cloudtop District exists, where this notorious dragon, known as Thordak, the Dragon King who fractured the material plane by coming through the plane of fire, seeking power and control over the great dragon assembly known as the Chroma Conclave. Here, the Chroma Conclave captured Emon, subjugated its people, destroyed most of the city. But after the Chroma Conclave was defeated, the great period of rebuilding of the city began, but much more earnestly after the defeat of Vecna, known as the Whispered One. In order to accomplish such a feat, a great deal of money and magic were poured in the city of Emon. Arcane magic is now the dominant influence in the city. And here from the Cloudtop District, the rebuilt Citadel is where the new council meets periodically to determine the fate of the city. Surrounding Citadel that resides in the Cloudtop District, there is still a large area known as Thordak's Scar. Some call it the crater, some call it the scar, some call it the legacy of Emon. Nothing grows here. Nothing's successfully ever been rebuilt here. This mile-wide crater exists as a permanent reminder of what happened. The land within it and around it is sour. There's no sense of it ever recovering. There are those that from time to time journey into the crater to see if there's something new to be learned, something interesting to be thought about. There is a particular dragonborn who goes by the name of Dravorak Vireth. He leads the Order of the Scale, a guild that operates within Tal'Dorei. They were the guild that was called upon during the last decade of rebuilding of the great city. This guild is wealthy. Emon is heavily indebted to this guild. This Dragonborn is able to, how shall we say, move about, and Dravorak has learned to use his new power and influence in ways that gets him access to things that other people simply will never have access to. But surrounding the Cloudtop District, near its western edge, is the great skyport of Emon. Here, the great airships come in and out, traveling from Marquette, Wildemont, and Isora. The three major continents. Now that everybody's in a period of restoration, it is considered the high watermark of cooperation amongst the many different kingdoms. With the passing of King Dwendal and the rise of a mysterious heiress from the family, Queen Dwendal is now in charge of most of Wildemont. The Kryn dynasty still holds its east, and these kingdoms no longer fight over the scraps and the remains of the continent as they too rebuild the Menagerie Coast. But the one thing Wildemont can definitely guarantee, the remainder of the continents of the world is that pirates are always a problem and will remain so during this period. Here you have the Temple District to the north, the Military District to the northeast, the Great Abdar's Promenade, the great open market that is legendary throughout Tal'Dorei. Here, the wealth of the port of Emon to the west along the coast also finds itself attracting the great ships and commerce of the world. The Central District is where most people live, work, and abide by the rules of the idea of what Emon is trying to become. But Emon is no longer in balance with the nature of itself, but is fully rooted in the arcane supposition of its ability to rebuild itself by dedicating monuments, towers, and other structures to the great arcane powers that are responsible for rebuilding Emon. In Abdar's Promenade, there is a tavern. In this tavern, there is a tavern keeper. This tavern keeper goes by the name Lamia. She is legendary for her storytelling. She is legendary for the four-story structure that is somewhat chaotic, but very lively and offers amazing entertainment, drink, and food. It's also one of the major gathering points within Emon. Those traveling to the north, down to the south, or into the distant east often visit Abdar's Promenade, knowing that every shop, every open market, every stall offers a notion, a hint, an opportunity of items, wealth, treasure, whispers of malcontent, the idea of secrets ready to be lifted out of the ears of those that aren't watching their own mouths, and these opportunities are stolen and then taken out to the great outskirts of Emon, searching for the old treasure hoards of the dragons that once used to reside in the many different areas of Tal'Dorei. The great ransacking that the Goliaths did amongst the many cities and towns before they were swayed into the favor of defending and making Emon free. Some of those stashes and hoards were never found. The remnants of those forces that never truly came back to the center, finding themselves hidden in the mountains, valleys, forests near Emon and other places of Tal'Dorei. But here at the Laughing Lamia Inn is a place of warmth, opportunity, and a meal. Lamia is a youngish-looking tavern keeper. She immediately looks over the bards near the stage, has them begin the music of the day. It's early morning for you, Eldyra, and this place has become both your first and second home. Lamia has enjoyed the idea of the attracting of people to your table and the opportunity to read tarot cards. She's even noticed from time to time a young warrior and a other mysterious woman will visit you. You'll exchange words. The three of you will talk about your day, your evening, and the hopes of what lies ahead for all of you within the city. But Lamia smiles, sees you setting up your cards for the day. She saunters over to you, sets a breakfast plate down in front of you. Well, are you hoping for a good crowd today, Eldyra?
Yes, I hope to retire soon.
Fall and winter are on the doorstep. I believe the caravan crowds will be here any day now. Because as soon as the first snow falls to the east, caravans will stop and the gold will surely dry up. But I must say, you have brought a good many customers. Here is your share for yesterday's work. I forgot to give it to you. She hands you 10 gold for the activity of yesterday.
Awesome. I got a paid gig here.
You get kickbacks. You're getting kickbacks.
Well, hopefully your day is good for you. I have things to attend to, but if you need me, I'll be around. Also, be on the lookout for a dwarven friend of mine. He goes by the name of Dravorak Vireth. He was supposed to be here some 3 or 4 days ago, and he hasn't arrived. He's a bit of a sorcerer, nomad, from the high plains of the central areas of Taldori. He's been traveling amongst the many different sauropod creatures that travel amongst the halflings. Hopefully he'll arrive today. Can't miss him. Tall fellow, suntanned well, long beard. He never does take care of his eyebrows. Quite bushy. I wish he'd deal with that. It's very off-putting.
Lamia, what his name again?
Yes. His name is Dravorak Vireth. DarixIax, Zavion, Zaveon. He's sometimes referred to as the Desolate Traveler. And I made a mistake. I'm sorry. He's actually a dwarf. My bad.
I got him as a dwarf.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you were paying attention to my stupid words. Anyways, coffee, tea. Is there something I can bring you to drink?
Tea. I think a tea reading is in order.
Oh, you do tea readings?
Of course. It's
I just
right
assumed you
in
did
my
tarot
wheelhouse.
readings. Just a moment. She goes over, picks up a big cast iron pot, pours it into 2 teacups. She brings over the Haven tea, sets it one in front of you, one in front of her. Could you read mine, do you suppose?
Of course.
Do I drink it first, or how's this work?
You'll need to drink it first.
Oh,
And then
very well.
once you have, you're going to want to... You have a saucer too, right? Can't do this without a saucer.
1 minute. She gets up. There's clattering of plates, and she pulls them out from behind the counter. She comes back out, sets them on the table. I'm sorry. We don't really do the bourgeois stuff here. It's kind of bougie to bring out sauces, but that's fine. She sets them under each of the cups.
Once you finish
yes.
the tea, I want you to close it, and I'll be able to read it for you.
Very well. You watch as it's too hot, so she holds on to a silver charm around her neck. You watch as she takes her pinky finger and puts it in the tea, and immediately begins to cool down. She then picks up the cup, finishes it, does exactly what you say. She flips it over on the saucer, puts it in front of you.
Good question, GM.
Yeah.
I could see like animals, creatures, generally like shapes and stuff.
Yep.
What would I see?
All
Or do you
the
want me
things.
to just like spitball it?
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Ooh, we should do a chart for it, and then you roll on that chart.
I mean,
the
like a
different
d6 chart.
Yeah, like a D6.
Okay. I got a 3.
A 3. It is a animal. It is a image of a eagle with its wings outspread.
It's a grim. It means death. Wait, my glasses aren't nearly as big enough.
As the tea dries and I like carefully like open it up, I look and I examine the teacup. The tea. It reveals a wound softened by grace. This is your time. Feathers suggest forgiveness, release, new heights, favorable outcomes.
You really are good. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a silver piece, places it next to the teacup. Thank you. That helps. That helps.
I will take that.
I do miss Derek's. In fact, it's interesting. He is what is referred to as eagle bound. He does have a eagle familiar that he uses from time to time. And he also carries a chevron of an image of a eagle on his chest as well. Maybe that's a sign he'll show up today.
Perhaps.
Oh, look, one of your friends has just arrived. I'll get back to business. Good luck. She turns and gets up with a smile on her face, heads back towards the busy bar. Mostly breakfast crowd rolling in. Bludgeon. As you enter the Laughing Lamia, you can see Eldira sitting at her normal spot. As you come into the tavern, describe what you would look like. What would people see as you come into the tavern?
You would see a warrior type, perhaps out of date, but still not old. The clothing
Not
might
shabby?
be from an out. Say again.
Not shabby?
Not too shabby, but the clothing would be newer, but still out of fashion. Even the weapons, perhaps hairstyle. Looking at the crowd and listening, he would make an attempt to be just like everybody else.
And as you come into the place, there is a group of seasoned mercenaries near the bardic stage. They look over to see you come in, and they all yell, "Bludgeon!" Just like, coming in, and they just kind of wave at you. You're like, I have no idea who those people are. But you stare over at Eldira, and you see her. Eldira, what do you look like when you see Bludgeon come into the place? What would he see?
When I usually wear a hat. I definitely look like a witch. On all occasions.
No plugs pulled. I'm a witch.
It's a big floppy hat, and I have I normally wear anything with lace, usually dark colors. If anything, if there's any type of color that is added, it's usually purple.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look up, I actually look delighted to see him. Warrior of both young and old, come, sit, join me.
And I'll join her at the table. But I'll also acknowledge as I walk by the warriors that are mercenary types that yelled out the name, kind of acknowledging what they said, but busy nonetheless. And of course the cold fear, like what is going on? I know nothing.
How do I know them, and how do they know me? I love it. The two of you sit there and exchange conversation. It's the slow morning. The crowds slowly build. It is a crowd of people coming off the night shifts of the many different regions of the city, having a breakfast to them as dinner before they go home and go to bed. The early rubbing eyes of fisher folk and dock workers. The those that are going to open up the market stalls and the markets of the promenade. Those that are coming off shift from guard duty, as here the arms of Emon enjoy coming here. They know this place well. And the arms of Emon are those that are dedicated to protecting the city, not only from itself, but from those that of unsavory nature, such as the Myriad and the Clasp. And it would seem that the Myriad and Clasp have become more active lately, because rumor has it that their activity, their criminal activity, is part of how the city is funding its reconstruction. And while there is this idea that the council exists, there's this other thought that they exist on paper, but the real power of the city is in the arcane towers of the dragonborn that runs the local scale guild. as well as the clasp and myriad in their attempt at using their criminal subterfuge to erode at the power of the arms of Emon. But here's a safe place. Here, Lamia sides specifically with the arms of Emon because it keeps her place safe. Every now and then, a savory character is allowed in to give the illusion that she's somewhere in the middle when it comes to the rules of the city. The two of you sit there, enjoying the morning meal, conversation. A halfling comes walking into the place. He is scruffy. His beard is unkempt. He wears greasy street urchin clothing. He seems to walk over to an elderly man that sits at a table. This elderly man almost feels like he might be a merchant or maybe even an educator, a professor of some sort. His clothing gives him away as someone with money, so it seems odd that he is having a conversation with someone who's clearly someone off the street. It's almost too obvious not to notice it. They whisper conversation with each other. The elder pulls out a small coin bag, hands it to the young halfling. The halfling takes it, disappears out the door, and back into the busy streets of Abdar's promenade.
It's a little odd of company or a duo.
It is. Was that for services rendered or to be rendered?
I wonder.
Lyra, you are actually in the Upper Cloudtop District. Your bag of equipment lies next to you. Your conversation with Dravorak in your mind. Now listen, young lady. Your abilities come recommended. You are... Well, never mind. I require someone with your skills. I need you to go to Thordak's scar and take samples of the inner ring of the crater. I'm working on some alchemical specifications, and I feel like you're the perfect person to do this for me. Please, don't ask why. And he hands you 10 gold, which you feel in the front pocket of your pants. If anyone were to walk by Lyra busy at work collecting samples, what would Lyra look like?
Okay. Lyra is about 3 feet tall. She is... I have a picture. Hold on. Yeah, it's a tiny picture, though.
You could always make her picture your backdrop, too.
Oh.
That's kind of fun. That way people can see what your character looks like.
How do I do that?
Well, you could always do it later.
I'm going to try. Okay.
For now, your ADHD is focused on this.
Red hair. And she's about 3 feet tall, pointed ears. She's all in purple. Purple's going to be the theme, apparently.
Clearly.
Purple's going to be the theme.
What's her class again?
Druid.
That's right. She's
Druid. And at my feet is my trusty little panther sidekick.
Yeah.
Panther cub.
What'd you name it?
Hold on, I'm looking it up. I know his name. Shadow Pelt. Shadow Pelt is at my feet.
Give me a nature check as you examine the area of the inner ring of the crater that you're currently in.
Interesting. Nature. Holy fuck. 23.
22.
23.
Oh, 23. It's interesting. the tinctures and oils and things that Dravorak gave you should show indications of life here. And no matter how many times you take a test, no matter how many times you dip the oils and tinctures into the soil, it's nothing grows. Nothing lives here. You can even see the outer ring of the crater. The difference between the beginning of that outer ring, the inner ring, and then the crater itself down below, and the burnt kind of basalt remains of the old lair of Thordak. You see a clear definition between where everything grows up to it, perfectly centric around it. Birds don't fly into the crater. Insects don't crawl across the surface of the crater. This place is devoid of life, and the morning's tests that you take prove this. You're not sure why Dravorak wants these samplings, but you successfully collect 5 different samples of the inner lining of the crater to take back to him with your journal test results as well. You stand there for a moment, looking down at the expanse of the crater, and you hear a grumbling noise. You look down expecting it to be your panther, but it's actually your stomach. You're starved. You haven't eaten probably since yesterday afternoon. Too excited about getting this gig with Dravorak. I mean, an arcane mage reaching out to a druid to do some work for the scale tower. This is more than you could have hoped for. Already fresh 10 gold jangle in your pocket. And you know for a fact that Eldira and Bludgeon are probably at the Laughing Lamia enjoying a meal and a conversation.
Real gold. Yeah. I will head to the tavern.
Eldira, you and Bludgeon, as you sit there exchanging concerns about the strange fellow that was having the conversation with the professor, as your attention is on the professor, suddenly the door opens and Lyra enters into the tavern. Red hair, purple outfit, spiky ears. Lyra, you immediately see Bludgeon and Eldira over at their normal table having something to eat and drink and a conversation.
I will join them, indicating to the tavern keeper I would like something to eat and drink too.
Lamia sees you. Yeah, Lamia sees you come in and smiles over at you, and she has one of the caretakers grab a plate of fresh food and drink and takes it over to the table. And she kind of looks at all of you and goes, "Don't worry, Eldira's working today. Meals on the house."
Ooh, thank you.
Lamia kind of smiles at all 3 of you. And don't forget, if you see something out of sorts, don't hesitate to step in. Ooh, see, now I can experiment with
Actually,
that.
oh, cool.
So I can either do that one.
I was trying to fit within the.
Yeah. I can adjust those frames later. So we can experiment with different frames.
You're like a ping pong ball, kind of.
Yeah.
We're like, boom, 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 boom.
Because there's there's the standard square setup, but I have to rearrange the square setup. I think I'll switch to this one until we get more players, eventually. So I'll rearrange it and have that fixed. That way you can have your tokens up. Do you use OBS Studio, Panthea?
I do. I was actually gonna change it to when I keep speaking character. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Yeah,
but I use that. I use it for my
that's awesome
games as well.
Unfortunately, not every player knows what OBS Studio is, no matter how hard they might think.
I don't know if my laptop would run it.
It should, but it might cause performance issues.
Yeah, my laptop's warm now. So, no.
Well, that's because it's like 7:50 at night and it's still warm here.
Well, I turned off the air.
No, I know. So the 3 of you are gathered, enjoying a meal and a conversation.
Before I'll say hello to Lyra, not to be rude, but I'll get up for a second and I'll say, Lamia.
Yes, sorry. Yes, dear. What's wrong?
You said to flag you if I saw anything unusual.
Yes,
And-
that would be helpful. I'm always keeping an eye out for those that I should be keeping an eye on.
Is the human that was doing the business with the gnome still here?
Yes, and
Oh,
it
the
was a
halfling.
halfling. Yeah, and it
Oh,
was a halfling. But
halfling,
they
okay.
all look the same. Halflings, gnomes, they all look the same.
Hey,
2.5 feet of toddler behavior.
I was just curious. There was an unusual pair that came and met here. The person meeting him is still here, but the halfling was a little grizzled. Meeting with someone on a higher tier. Forgive me, it seemed a little unusual.
Ah, yes. That's Professor Dorn sitting over there. He works for the Emon Council. He does, how should we say, research for the council. He is from, what is that place that Elder Percy and his wife manage? Starts with a
Oh.
white. What is that place?
I know what the one that you're talking about, but I can't.
I
remember
always
the
forget the
name
name of it. I do. But anyways, he is a professor of Percival's engineering studies. He's here to do work with the council, Whitestone. I'm so sorry, I'd forgotten. He's from Whitestone. He is here to oversee the arcane engineering into the new works of the Citadel. Supposedly, they are installing magically enchanted defense networks for the Citadel in the Upper Cloudtop district, and that's why he's here. Now, that young halfling, I've always been suspicious of him. I believe he goes by the name of Fetch. He kind of picks up silver from those that need messages run to different areas of the city.
I'm not familiar with Fetch.
You can give me a history check if you'd like.
16.
16. You have heard of Fetch before. Through the conversation that Eldera is having with Lamia, you have seen him out in the streets and out and about doing messenger work. Seems to be the description of his profession. But yes, he is somebody that I have questioned whether or not he is someone to be trusted.
Yeah, that's making noise.
I see. That is interesting. He had just caught my eye, to be quite frank.
Oh, you don't have to be Frank. You could be Eldera.
Eldera, yeah.
But I can respect your sense of always good to keep an eye out. You just never know with people these days. And with all the caravans arriving over the course of the next few days, I expect things to get a little busy around here.
And the defenses, are they planning on having something? Is there some type of upheaval in the kingdoms?
I have no idea. My understanding is if you don't prove to spend it, then you lose it. So I imagine it's a large sum of money that they must spend, and because they don't want to lose it.
Makes sense.
Oh, no, it doesn't
Budget
make
if they
sense.
don't spell it.
It doesn't make sense at all. We could use new wells and new parade grounds and new market spaces, but
Honestly, the
if this
road
is-
off of Jade and Pilgrim needs a little bit of an upgrade.
Oh, of course.
I know it's just
Yeah.
a hovel, but they keep all the government roads very pristine.
They do indeed. But if you're in the upper district, the upper cloud top, those come first. The Abadar promenade comes next because they have to have a place to sell their wares. And then, of course, there's the docks. Stuff comes in, goes to the market, the tax goes up to the cloud top. It's the way of the world. I don't ever see that changing, unfortunately.
Right.
We can only do battle with what we see in front of us. And for now, we shall keep an eye on Fetch.
That's so Fetch.
Thank you. I'll leave you to it, Lamia. I know that you're very busy. Operations are in order, I'm sure.
Oh, well, yes. Not to worry. Things are fine. Give me an insight check on that one, Eldera.
Okay.
Actually, better yet, what's your passive insight?
Not very high. I have like a +0.
Passive
Is it higher
insight
than a
should
10?
be-
It is higher than a 10. Like-
You definitely pick up as she trails off with that statement. She's probably lost a little bit in thought. There's definitely something concerning on her mind, but she doesn't share it, and she just kind of smiles at you and goes back to doing her job.
I come back and Lamia doesn't seem quite well. I mean, not overly unwell, but just something seems to be.
There's more there.
Never mind. Yeah.
Bludgeon, give me a perception check as you kind of look over where Lamia is and the crowds of people in between you and where she's working.
Passive perception.
Or a regular perception check if you'd like. So that giant, tall stack of skills, it's in alphabetical order. You go to the P's, there should be a skill called perception. Click on that,
There
it'll roll it automatically for you.
(16 + 2 is 18).
Nice. You look over at Lamia, and she seems to have pulled a leather journal out from behind the bar, and she is currently looking through it with kind of a concentration look on her face, doing bad math. You've seen that look before. You also take a moment to examine Dorn, the professor. He too has many books out, as well as some kind of map is out on his table. He seems to be doing what you would guess is cartography work. He seems to be making a map of some sort. You see other individuals as well, but more importantly, you see a small halfling underneath the table near 3 individuals that are kind of just raucously eating their breakfast. They look like dock workers that have come off a late shift of work. This halfling is down on hands and knees underneath the table, and you catch him dipping his fingers into the pouch of one of the dock workers. The dock worker doesn't notice a thing. A few coins go into the halfling's pocket. He then does it again to another one. He is in the process of picking all their pockets, and you can see that he's doing this underneath the table.
How far away is the table?
It's about 60 feet away from where you currently are.
60. Okay. I'll grab my mug that I have, and Are people generally strolling around this place too, or is it?
Yeah. It's gotten busy now. It's like mid-morning at this point. It's now the mid-morning crowd, pre-lunch crowd that's kind of rolling in from time to time. The other thing too is a lot more of the tourists are beginning to arrive. With the upcoming market season of the caravan routes, this place gets very busy with people up from the north, up from the south, and from the middlelands of Taldori as well. The Skyport gets very busy as well. You're beginning to see people of Marquesian origin. You're seeing some of the kind of gruff Goliath and Viking types from Isilra. And of course, the kind of like sailing folk that come in from the Menagerie Coast and Wildmont. This tavern's bigger than most taverns in the city, so it does tend to attract a lot of those, mostly because it's located in the promenade, which is where the big market is currently in the process of getting ready for the caravan season. So it's a busy tavern right now.
I'll stroll around and I'll move near that table where the halfling is. Not interjecting, but standing close by.
Are you trying not to be noticed by him?
Correct.
Give me a stealth check. Do you say anything to Lyra or Adira before you do this?
Well, I'm going to look at him and kind of wink, like I'm up to
Okay.
something. The roll is 18 plus 3 is 21.
Nice.
I'll say.
So I stroll over there. I've got my mug. My intent is if this guy generally stands up, he's short, he's a halfling.
Yeah, he's going to be a little over 2 feet tall.
I'll fatherly. My intent is to fatherly put my arm on the shoulder and like, let's work him for some information.
So as he comes out from underneath the table, he doesn't know that you're standing there amongst the edge of the space. People are walking by you. As he stands up and he kind of jiggles his front pocket full of coins, you've got to lean down a bit, but your massive arm drapes over his childlike shoulders, and he just gets this panic look on his face. He just looks at you with very, very like broad brown eyes. Got a bit of a sour smell to him. His clothes are greasy. He looks like someone that somehow managed to sneak in here and begin doing his work. Sorry, sir. Is there's something I can do for you? Everything all right?
There might be. Why don't you? I might be familiar with your trade. Why don't you come with me a little bit?
Oh, my trade. You're a window washer too? Fascinating.
Yes,
Very
I
fascinating.
Am. Yes, I am. I charge people money for that. So why don't you come on with me? I have a half a plate of food for you.
At first, he's looking to kind of like walk away, but as soon as you mention food, oh, well, fuck yeah, let's go. And he just immediately kind of like walks away from your arm and sees where you're pointing at the table. He sees Lyra and Eldira, and he kind of follows alongside you. The Lyra and Eldira, you see this kind of scruffy, youngish looking halfling. And he's just like, hi, your big friend here. Oh, by the way, what's your name, big friend?
My name, I believe, is Bludgeon. You call me Bludgeon. What's your name, little man?
Are you aware that your name is something that you do to people? Is that how you got that name? Now there's like little beads of sweat coming down his brow. He's like, okay, Bludgeon. My name's Spry.
What was that?
Spry.
He's a gnome?
He's a halfling.
Oh, halfling. Why am I getting them?
You want everything to be gnomes right now.
I'm ready for one. Okay, I'm ready.
It's my little red hat. Gives it away every time. My little red hat.
I will ask Spry, do you know this gentleman over here with all of the books and map?
Oh yeah, that's Professor Dorn. He's a friend of my pal Fetch. Fetch does messages for him. He like takes messages out to people. He's doing some kind of research. He looks around. He's doing research about, the place up at the Cloud Top District, Thordak Scar. Fetch says that Dorn thinks that the space underneath the crater is hollow, and he intends to prove it. And rumor has it, he might be putting together a team to head down there and prove it. Fetch listens in on his conversations a lot. Don't tell Fetch I told you. Fetch would probably kick my ass for saying something. But you know what? He's like jamming mouthfuls of food. Anyone that's willing to give me a plate of food, they got to be trustworthy and good friends of mine.
Well, of course. With a name like Bludgeon, you have to be able to trust me, right?
I kind of feel like that's implied. Your two friends here, what are their names?
This is Lyra and Eldira.
Lyra, good to see you. Always nice to see another halfling. He immediately starts wiping his dirty hands on his greasy shirt, and he fixes his hair and kind of cleans up a bit. Looks at Eldira and goes, "Oh, witch! Sorry, that was rude. Wait, are you a witch?
Of sorts. Perhaps I can read your fortune.
That's how much does it cost?
About half of what you took from. Oh wait, I don't know that, right? I don't know if he.
Technically, he hasn't said anything. No.
Okay. No, I don't know that.
Now, Spry. I'm not gonna look into your pockets that you have right now.
Oh, I've got pockets. Really, I got pockets.
They jingle, don't they? And they're a bit heavy.
Yeah, yeah, my front pocket's a little heavy.
No,
He looks
think
back
we
over
all-
at the dock worker table, looks over at Eldira, looks at you, looks at Lyra. You saw that, huh?
Oh, see, I didn't see anything.
Oh, good, because then nothing happened.
Exactly.
No,
but
nothing at all.
we all like a heavy pocket or a coin purse, don't we?
Well,
So,
yeah,
your-
of course.
Your courier friend, where do you think he was going to?
Oh, fetch? Oh, I have no idea. He's probably going to either the what's the name of that library? He was either heading over to the Temple District, to the Temple of Helm. I know he's been getting messages from there. He's also been over in the Erudite Quarter getting messages from someone I don't know who over there. And from time to time going over to the military district to deliver messages to someone there too. He never gives me much more information than I could possibly sell him out for.
What is it that you do, Spry?
Oh, me, this and that. Things in those.
Right.
He's a window washer.
So anything you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Me and Bludgeon are both professional window washers. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I see. Well, I'll give you a single card. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Great. Well, you know what? I feel generous. He reaches into his pocket. He looks. He goes, "Oh shit! I didn't realize." He pulls out a silver coin, sets it down on the table.
And so she snaps her fingers, and the cards kind of start to shuffle themselves.
Whoa!
Out of the shadows, Dustling kind of curls up under them. Dustling's this little moth almost looking imp. My familiar.
Wow, that's well, you really are a witch. You don't eat children, do you?
Only when
occasion.
they're bad.
Oh, wait, none are bad. You only eat good children?
I said only when they're bad.
Oh! You guys say the strangest things.
The Hanged Man.
Oh shit! What does that mean? I'm gonna hang somebody? Is that what that means? I don't want to kill anybody.
Dangling from the edge, yet strangely at peace. You are hanging between rooftops and reflections.
Oh.
A job gone wrong, a window left open, or a reflection revealing more than expected. To
Oh
move
wow.
forward, you must release control, sacrifice the comfort of certainty, and trust your instincts.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because you did pull
Okay.
a card.
All right. Persuasion. 24.
Does that mean I should get a new line of work, or the next window I see open, I should just go through it?
Well, I would say don't practically go through a window, but it looks like opportunity is coming. But you also have to sacrifice what you are used to move forward.
Wow, that's too bad. Are all your readings like this, really confusing, or do they get better? If I give you more coin, do you actually get better at it? Is that how this works?
You might get a
wine
little
makes
bit
it better.
more understanding, but you can't just keep asking for cards. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? You guys have been great. Food's been great. I've got windows I got to go wash.
Are the windows in here dirty?
Oh, they're filthy. You can barely see out of them.
Okay. I'm going to look at the windows. And
Oh, not these windows. Different windows. Lamia didn't let me wash anything here. She says every time I wash a table, a fork goes missing, or a mug, or she misplaces things all the time. She's always got a lot of shit on her mind. I tell her that. I say, look, you lose stuff all the time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna steal a fork or steal a cup. You couldn't get a copper for that stuff. It's not worth it. If I'm gonna steal, well, I don't steal. I'm a window washer. Never mind. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here now. How are you?
Just so you
Fine.
know, what you cling to defines your fall. So choose carefully.
what I cling to defines. So, like, I cling to a rope, I'm gonna fall if I cling on to. He gets up, kind of confused, scratching his head. I don't.
Poor guy.
He just walks away towards the front of the tavern, opens the door, and leaves. I need each of you to roll a d8.
All right.
No, it went flying.
I got an 8.
I got a 5.
Hang on.
Oh my god. Neil, do you not have math rocks?
I hit the wrong button here. Hang on.
Remember, he's learning the mechanics for the first time in a while, in forever. So the D&D Beyond's a lot better for learning. He'll get math rocks eventually.
I may have to send you some math rocks.
What are those?
Dice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm clicking my virtual math rock and it's not moving. Hang on.
There is a setting that they've added on D&D Beyond where you can turn on and off the dice. So you may have to turn on the dice. I think it's in the character builder option on home, and it's enable dice rolling.
Six.
Larry, you're missing 5 silver. Eldera, you're missing 8 silver.
Bastard.
And Bludgeon, you're missing 6 silver.
Great.
I guess he took some and I lost some.
Never trust a thief.
An ancient quote from a very ancient D&D book. It is mid-morning.
Okay.
The day is pretty much yours. What would you guys like to do?
What do you think of talking with Professor Dorn here?
I was just about to say, actually, I think that might be a good idea. He sounds like an interesting man.
He does. And he's up to something.
And we should be in the thick of it.
For fun and profit.
I'm sure it will be a profitable, if not interesting, venture.
Well, who would like to approach him? As we're discussing at the table.
I don't mind. All right, I'll go.
Do we
and
all
talk
want
to
to
him.
approach him, or one of us?
We should-
Maybe we stealth in once at a not
Join him
overwhelm
once
the
at a time?
professor. He might be busy.
How about this? I gaze over at him. Is he drinking anything, or what is he drinking? Is the question.
Give me a perception check as you scan the table.
What did you say he was? Human, dragonborn?
Human professor with a little white beard and
Okay.
currently in the midst of making or working with a map and reading books.
That would be. Where did the roll go? An 8.
An 8. Hard to tell. He definitely has a wine glass at his table, so he's drinking some kind of wine.
I'm gonna get
Well,
French.
why don't we offer him a glass? Relax the defenses.
Is he eating anything?
He does. Give me a perception check. Actually, I would say you can have perception with advantage because you were closer to him when you intercepted the halfling spry who was in the midst of picking pockets. So you would have noticed his table with a little bit more detail.
13 total.
There was a small plate of cheese and bread and a sliced apple. And you do remember looking down into the wine goblet. It's a red wine of some kind. You're not entirely sure.
Red wine.
Red wine it is.
grab a glass.
Lamia would probably know what he's drinking too.
Right. Actually, we could just ask.
Yeah, Lamia is like in between tables and sees the three of you kind of talking about Professor Dorn, and she goes, yes, he likes Whitestone Red and is a bit of a vegetarian, although he does enjoy cheese, so he's not a vegan.
What about eggs?
I suppose he would eat the occasional egg for breakfast when he's here sometimes. But please don't scare the professor off. I mean, if you'd like, I could.
Could you send him another glass on us?
Of course, dear. That'll be a gold piece for a glass of Whitestone Red.
Oh,
Jeez,
jeez.
it's expensive here.
It is the most expensive wine I carry in my tavern.
All right, I will offer a gold piece.
Thank you very much. And shall I say it's from all three of you, or from Eldira, or?
Yes, the three of us.
I will. She goes back to the bar. She trades out some things, and she pours a glass, takes it over to the professor, sets it in front of him. You hear he says something, but you don't quite pick up the words. Lamia then points at your table to the three of you. The professor leans forward, sees the three of you.
I'll raise a glass. I'm assuming that I ordered something.
Yeah, you have just like
wine.
You have a house wine. Yeah, you have.
I'm not drinking the top tier stuff.
Yeah. You have like the 1 copper house wine. That,
Right. There we go.
Like at the end of the day, when they're done with it, they use it to clean the dishes.
Okay. All right.
He sees you raise the glass. Give me a persuasion check with advantage, because technically you did buy him the drink.
All right. Oops, I forgot to put. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
I love my
Yay.
Lego dice. It had like little coins and everything that dropped.
For a total of
Persuasion?
Total of 26.
26. Meets it, beats it, and gets some more. You watch as he smiles and tips his glass towards you, and he waves to indicate that the three of you are welcome to join him at his table.
All right. This is
Let's
our
go over.
cue. So we'll head over.
Yep. Three of you kind of join him at the table. Says, please, my name is Professor Dorn. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the most excellent refill of my cup of Whitestone wine. Much appreciated. Please, have a seat.
Professor, very well met. Eldira Moonsylph, and this is...
Lyra Leaf Whisper.
I don't know your last name, so...
Leaf Whisper.
I would have said Lyra Leaf Whisper and Bludgeon.
Yes. A fine trio.
The last name.
Well, I would imagine. I would imagine no one ever manages more than a first name like Bludgeon. I take it you are in the brute business, young man.
On occasion, however, more intelligent exploring. I've always
explore.
I always liked
Fascinating.
maps and cartography.
That was
Oh, you are putting butter on both sides of my bread, dear boy. I am actually a professional cartographer. I work for the Percival Engineering School out of Whitestone. I'm currently doing some work for the Cloudtop District, but I am doing some other side work as well. And young Lyra, what is your profession? What is it that you do, other than looking adorable with your tiny little cat?
Oh, well, that is my profession. Looking adorable.
Oh, well, we should put you in a box and charge money.
I've done that.
Ew. And, Eldira, what is your profession? Other than rescuing people from boxes.
Well, I like to read the fates on my spare time. But other than that, I would say...
A soothsayer, a person of arcane or the darker arts, I suppose.
I guess that remains to be seen.
Oh.
And she winks. I
Fascinating.
wink. I say that with like
a typical witch's wink?
yeah. It's very, like, how I'm saying it is very warm.
Mm. He takes a deep draw of the wine glass that you offered him, and he stares at the three of you. Since you are a practitioner of the fates, I must say, I'm not one that believes in fortune and favor, but I can't help notice that the three of you seem to have nothing to do in the middle of the day. Are you possibly available for employment?
We are certainly.
We could be
Open to-
persuaded.
Well, I have a notion. There's a little project that I'm working on. Have you ever heard of Thordak's Scar?
Yeah, you're very acquainted with it.
That's
aren't
up
you?
there, right? Yes. I'm very acquainted with it.
She's like, is that where it just came from? I don't remember.
Not where I
That is currently your
samples of
research.
it in my purse.
That's currently your research project that Daviak has given you.
Yes, but
the
that's not what
dragonborn.
I want to tell him.
Well, no, of course not. Just reminding you. OOC.
So I'm
out of
like,
character.
that's that place up yonder, right?
Yes, the crater up near the Cloudtop district,
Mhm.
where they say Thordak himself had erupted into the material plane of existence, and of course sundered the city, kept it captive for so long until it was freed, and has sat vacant of life for some 20 years now.
Yes, very well known.
This does not seem to concern you. I like that. Bravery and fortuitous interaction is either the moniker of a surefire sign of death or exploration and treasure to be found. I am under the impression that Thordak's crater may be what they call a hollow existence, a transient place between the material plane and the plane of fire. There is a ethereal existence between such places. I believe that the reason why nothing can grow there is because the ethereal plane's magic does not allow things to grow there. And it is my suspicion and my belief that there are many empty warrens, caverns, and other crevices and caves underneath the crater that might harbor some of Thordak's secrets, things that he stashed many years ago and have never
Treasure?
been recovered or found.
Like treasure?
It is quite a riveting theory.
It
It's
depends on
certainly one.
your definition of treasure. Now, I am an engineer by trade. I'm a professor by the rules of academia, and I get to spend the wealth of the engineering school as I see fit. Resources, items, magic items. Or what if there are things left down there that were never truly recovered? There's always been a conversation that Thordak's lair was festooned with many, many tons of precious gems, as well as coin and other artifacts. Now, these things are all recovered and used as the first initial investment to restore the city and other cities that were destroyed during the war. I'm wondering, though, if maybe some of those things were left behind, and maybe it's worth investigating.
How do we find entrance into the hollow?
Ah, that is the trick, young lady. How to find entrance into a place that doesn't seem to have one. I have been working on a scroll that I think would benefit anyone willing to give it a try. He lays out the map of the Upper Cloud District. And the district itself is not very well defined in his map. What is really well defined is the crater itself. He has named the different strata, the outer ring, the central ring, the inner ring, the exit explosion, the implosion, the scatter pattern, he's got all these different park names where things have
seen that?
impacted. What's
Have I
that?
seen a map like this before?
Give me a history check as you look at it.
Oh. 10.
While it looks interesting and maybe familiar, You don't recall seeing this particular map before.
Okay, I'm gonna try and remember it so that I can try and copy it so that I can show what's his name? Davrik?
Davrix, the dragonborn?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a intelligence check for starters.
Intelligence. It's
Actually,
not a save,
yours
it'd just be with
yours would be wisdom. Give me a wisdom check.
wisdom. Okay.
She dumps out her 82 dice to figure out.
No. I'm using my dice roller.
Oh, gotcha. Your tower. Your pretty princess tower.
It rolls the dice. I rolled a natty 20.
Oh, wow.
So 24.
Nice. You do a pretty good job of memorizing the map to the point where, if given an opportunity, you could sit down with your journal and copy it pretty precisely.
Okay. I plan to do that.
He pulls out the scroll. Now, this scroll I had made specifically for a rather, shall we say, brave group to take this on. I have yet to run into anyone with any kind of talent that I feel like I could trust, but here, Bludgeon protects the caster, who heals the earth, and protects the witch that keeps the fates safe for all of you. I would imagine that the three of you would be definitely in need of employment. This scroll is a scroll of mold. This scroll is a scroll of mold earth. I believe located at the very center of the impact crater. The precise center.
I point in the precise center.
Yeah,
Here?
he points
Here?
at it. I believe in the very precise center. That is where the three different planes of existence came into being through the magical intrusion of Thordak. And all three of those layers are so thin there that if you were to use a spell like Mold Earth, it would shift the physical Earth itself and then reveal the magical dimensions in between. I believe there's a secret pocket entrance that will allow people in to the hollow spaces below. Because you see, there's always been myth and rumor that Thordak's fledglings, the fire dragons that he was attempting to breed, were actively hidden there first before they were brought to the surface of the crater to mature and hatch and try to take over the world. Luckily, it never quite happened that way, of course. We are still here, and the Exandria still spins on its axis, if you believe. I personally think the world is flat, but that's for another conversation. Anyways, I think if the three of you are interested, I could pay you each 100 gold to test this theory for me. Now, mind you, it's a theory. It requires you to successfully find the location, make your way through it, and retrieve me at least one item of value that would be of interest to me for study. That would prove that it works. We can repeat the process again and maybe delve even deeper into the darker secrets of the place. If it proves to be, unfortunately, not accurate, well, that information is still worth the money I can pay you. I can pay you 50 gold now and 50 gold when you complete the task.
What entails as something of interest to study? What
a unique object or a strange looking strata or rock or something so obviously strange that it was studied, of course.
Okay.
Well, you know.
I say that is rather a intriguing offer. I can't speak to my friends here, but I am certainly interested.
Could be fun.
I'm assuming there's some paperwork involved.
It's a simple contract agreement, nothing more. No NDA required. Just a simple prove the hypothesis, bring me back the information, and then I pay you the remainder of the funds that I would owe you.
And we bring you a thing to study.
Something that can be proven that my theory is correct.
Is it a thing each or one thing for all three of us?
Each, all three, whatever you come across will be fine by me.
Okay.
The mere
Would the
fact-
scroll work both ways?
See, the scroll, that's a good point. The scroll will allow you through, but unfortunately as a one-time use, it may not allow you back through. That is a
And how do I get-
excellent point, Bludgeon. I will have to make a second scroll for you one time. That would probably be safer.
I don't want to get stuck.
Well, it's assuming it works, but I understand your hesitancy. Actually, you know what? Give me a moment. He kind of starts rummaging around in his bag, and he's like, oh, shit, I had made a handful of them. Here you go. Here are the 2 scrolls. I apologize for my lack of attention to detail. I certainly did not intend for you to get stuck. Anyways,
No,
here
you wouldn't have
are...
paid us up front, half up front if you.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah.
He slides 150 gold into the middle of the table, the 2 scrolls, and a copy of the crater map as well.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he gave us a little extra. 150? Oh,
It's 50 each.
Each. Yeah, for 3 of us.
Damn, math always interfering with my hopes.
Right. Well, then we should get to work. We're burning daylight.
How can we contact you again?
Oh, well, you can always find me here every morning for the first few hours of the morning. I do all of my study and insights and cartography work here. Usually by late afternoon, you can find me up at the Citadel, working on my engineering project. I'm currently staying in the Cloudtop district. You can find me there at the main gate of the Citadel. Ask for Captain Miza. Captain Miza.
That's a name.
Well, yeah, it's spelled Miesia, Miza. I believe it is Dwendalian. Has a bit of a Dwendal accent.
All right.
Well, I will wish the 3 of you good luck, and I hope to see you soon. As for me, I must get back to work. He gathers up all of his books and his extra equipment, tucks everything away, leaves 3 gold on the table for Lamian, kind of nods, doffs his forehead to the 3 of you. Well, good luck. And he strolls out the front door of the tavern.
Oh, well,
Do we trust him?
he's a professor. Of course. What is there not to trust about him?
Oh, sure. Yes. People in power, always trustworthy.
So what part is he lying or not telling all of the truth about?
I don't know. Insight check.
Hey, give me an
Is that a
insight check. I
danger?
mean, you've been working at the crater, and you've been doing some preliminary work for Dravik, or for
21.
Devrick. So, what'd
And
you
do
get?
21.
we know Lyra was doing that?
She hasn't mentioned it to you yet, unless she
Okay.
decides to. Lyra, your concern is that had he offered this job to anyone else, they wouldn't be able to get on site. You have to have special dispensation from either a local guild, someone at the Citadel, or someone from the council that would actually allow you access. There are occasional, times where the speaker of the council will conduct tours for people to come to visit the rebuilding of the Citadel. But usually, if you don't have access like you do because of your work with the Scale Tower,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be able to get in.
Do I feel like he knew I have access to the crater and he was sitting here trying to hope that, we would do that?
Someone like this Professor Dorn probably has certain magical abilities.
Mm-hmm.
He probably would have used a detect surface thoughts and maybe would have picked up on your recent discoveries and your kind of like excitement about being here. He
Mhm.
might have leveraged that. It's possible.
Okay. Do they know that Eldira and Bludgeon know that you need permission to get into the crater?
No, they probably would never have any notion to go there.
I had yeah.
Just got here.
That's true. You just got here. Okay, well, I'm really
Yeah, I would say you guys have what? How long would you guys say you've known each other at this point? A few weeks, few months, coming and going from the tavern.
Probably a few months for us to be like this, like close to where we're just
Okay.
kind of like already establishing our, social
day-to-day
connection. Yeah.
lunches, dinners, and
Because if I only knew these folks for like 2 weeks, I'd be a little bit more like, I don't know how much.
They're
information
probably gonna
there.
honk me on the head and take my shit.
okay.
Would Lyra have like mentioned, "Oh, I'm off to work"? XYZ.
Yeah, I probably would have. If we've known each other for months, we're like, all right, off to the salt mines again. Davrix wants me to go do more stuff out in the crater.
Earlier,
Right.
the bartender was puzzling or musing over a written log.
She was, yeah.
Maybe as we exit here, we can say, well, we're on a work mission here. A lot like you do, or well, what are you working on besides running this place?
Give me a persuasion check on that as you approach her.
She's working on her Nobel Peace Prize.
13 total.
She looks at you and kind of, you saw me doing that, did you? I was not intending to be noticed. I've been having some bookkeeping challenges. I'm usually quite good at these things, and but I've noticed that a coin goes missing here and there. An item goes missing here and there from time to time. I'm convinced that somebody is stealing from me. I just can't prove it. And it is driving me batshit crazy. All of my caretakers that serve here are accounted for. All of my suppliers and my chef are accounted for. My dwarven friend, who should have been here by now and has not arrived yet, handles the purchasing of brews, liquors, and wines for me. And Dariax, from time to time, helps me with my bookkeeping. He was the first person to notice that something was going amiss.
I'm gonna look down underneath the table and Shadow Pelt, spit it out. Spit it out.
Big old decayed remain of a half-eaten mouse comes pouring out of his mouth.
Okay, it wasn't him.
Yes, I'm not. I'm perfectly happy missing mice and such. It's coin that
Sometimes
seems to
they're
go
like
missing
tiny.
during the business hours. I'm not quite sure what happens, but
Do
How
the-
often? How
do
often
your
do your
loyal
halfling?
patrons complain?
I don't know if they even notice it themselves. I will have the servers come back to me and say, that table was a gold short, or that table was a silver short. It almost seems to happen in between the spaces. People throw money under the table to leave. The server goes to collect the money, and sometimes it's accurate, and sometimes it comes up short.
Yeah. How often is Spry in here?
Spry.
Spry, I don't know who Spry is. I'm sorry.
Little halfling, about half a foot shorter than me.
Greasy.
I describe him.
Well, you're not talking to Fetch, are you? The other messenger for Dawn.
No, not
This is
Fetch.
someone else.
Fetch's friend Spry.
Oh, Fetch has a friend named Spry. And you think that might be the reason why gold is going missing? Or coin is going missing?
Well, my pouch is lighter after talking to him.
And
Oh.
as is mine.
Oh dear. That might explain things. Well, if you see him again, shake, rattle, and roll. See what falls out.
Sounds good.
Agreed.
With that permission, yeah.
Can you describe him for me? And you're like,
I describe him.
yeah, give me a performance check as you describe him, Lyra.
Oh, I think I'm good at that. No, I'm not. 10.
10. You do a decent job of describing him, and you kind of do a little quick charcoal drawing. You watch as she writes the name Spry, and
You can do sleight of hand. That might help with the, charcoal drawing.
she writes the word
10.
She writes the word notorious thief and scoundrel underneath the drawing. Puts a 25 gold reward, marking on it, and takes a hammer and nail and tack, tack, tack. And she puts it on what's called the post of shame. Anyone who comes in and breaks the rules, their picture ends up on this post.
In a charcoal drawing.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do next?
You want to go make sure we have enough supplies to go into the crater. And if we're going to be trying to go into a hollow space, I want to make sure that we have, don't get dead supplies.
Right, of course. But there is something, Lyra, that I am concerned about. Lamia mentioned a friend of hers to look out for, a dwarven friend.
Right.
She's just mentioned him again.
Derek.
His name- Derek's, yes.
Dariax
know.
Zabion.
She said he should have been here. It's like,
Am I familiar with Dariax?
That is not a name you're familiar with, no.
Okay.
would I know that it was like an important thing to look out for him?
I mean, she seems concerned.
Right.
You can give me an insight check on the...
Like an overall.
Yes.
Right. Let's see. That would be an 11.
11.
How
You're not really, you're not really familiar with him. This is kind of like the first time you've heard his name being mentioned. But you did at least sense concern in her voice.
Right. Well, I guess it's not necessary for us to go out on a limb for a stranger, but maybe we can keep our eyes open in the market as we get our supplies.
Yeah, we probably should do that. Out of character, it's probably a milestone or something.
Already, she's pandering for a level. You gotta love it. Pander away, pander away.
If we forget things, we might miss a milestone. Or don't look at that. Nope, we're just gonna pass that. Missed a milestone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so
Oh.
what kind of things should we take to the crater with us?
Can I roll a survival just to see if there's something that I'm not thinking of?
Well, I
Sure.
will help.
You can have
so if
advantage because Lyra's helping you.
How do you do advantage? Do you normally just like roll
twice.
with advantage or add the bonus?
Roll twice.
Roll
Oh,
twice,
okay.
take the higher of the two rolls.
Okay. I know some GMs do add your bonus or that bonus to the.
Add my
Well, that's
bonus
what I
to
was
your
asking.
roll.
No, I'm just gonna roll twice. I was just checking.
Yeah, that's a weird homebrew I've heard come up sometimes. I'm like,
I
But if
don't
the-
use it, but I just wanted to ask.
yeah, I would never use that because the whole point of somebody else rolling and helping you roll is so that the better
Yeah, I feel like
bonus.
the bonus is better in 2 rolls.
Yeah.
I got a nat 20
Yay!
for the higher.
Nice.
So I'm hot tonight.
And what's the total?
Oh, sorry. It is 20 base, like just 20. I have no bonuses.
No bonus
to-
in survival.
Maybe I
Yeah.
should have rolled. Except I probably would have gotten like a 10.
It is the end of fall, the beginning of the winter season, which is why the caravans are due. You get the feeling that warm clothes would be a good option. Also, since you'll be going into a kind of unknown space, there could be concerns about that as well.
And it's potentially underground, so like
So it's gonna be dark.
haunting stuff.
It's definitely gonna be dark.
Lantern.
Maybe-
So lighting could be an issue depending
Right.
on what you can and can't see.
Mhm.
It's also a magical space. There could be arcane conditions to worry about. If all this theory and hypothesis are accurate, you could end up inadvertently in a Fey pocket, which a dimensional pocket between places of existence, by the very nature, have been known to be dangerous and unpredictable as well.
Right. So
And how do we
I
protect
will-
against that? Is that potion or spell, or
our
somebody have
skill?
a spell?
I don't know if we can protect against that.
Yeah, it would just
Protect against the unknown. We take an unknown potion.
Okay. Well, I'm going to draft up a little bit of a list here. I think that we might need to seek out some kindling,
Supplies.
perhaps
Kindling.
even-
Absolutely. Let's light the cavern on fire.
I don't think I have any like
Fireball the
let's
darkness.
start a fire.
Light the
in
torch.
case it gets cold at night. And Legend, you have the ability to see well in the dark because
Not at all. I'm a straight up human, so I need my
Lyra, what
torch.
about you? I'm not
Nope.
familiar with the ability
Nope.
of halflings. Okay, so lantern. And I'm writing this down. Like I have like a little.
Yeah, it's like you're thinking like lantern, rope, climbing gear,
lantern,
spikes.
rope, perhaps some outwear for the cold.
But Larry,
Potion.
you mentioned that you're currently doing on-site work there yet. Have you mentioned that to them?
Yes.
Okay.
And before we leave, I have to drop off some supplies or some samples with Davrix.
Okay.
Because
Okay. Yes, we'll make sure we stop by. Maybe he might be able to add some more things on this list.
yeah, and I wanted to show him the map that he gave us. Because I want to
Alright.
show him the map. I want to show Davrix the map that
Why don't we stop by with
Professor
him
Dorn gave
first?
us.
I think that will help me further build out my list, so we're not buying things that we don't necessarily need.
Sounds like a plan. So we go and try and find Davrix.
Mm-hmm.
Davrix.
You know that the scale tower is located in the central district.
All right.
Just head there.
Is it Scale Tower?
Scale Tower
Scale Tower.
is in the what? The Central District?
In the central district, correct.
Will we get a map of Emon?
There is one in the lore channel.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at that. Shh. Don't. Shh.
Alright. Well then.
Oh yeah. Hey, I see a map.
Oh, beautiful.
And I would say you guys have been in Emon long enough in the last few months that most of these areas have become common knowledge. You may not know all of the details of every precise area, but the common areas you know pretty well.
Make bigger.
I would say if we are
Oh, dear.
as we're talking, we'd walk. What district are we in right now?
You are in
Abdar's Promenade.
Yep, Abdar's Promenade.
There's Promenade. Okay.
Oh my god, I want to go to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
You can all come to Gilmore's most glorious good as long as whoever you bring. Yeah, he's still alive, still running the shop.
Well, considering what's her face, Whitestone chick, no, Derolo, what's her face? Vexalia. Vexalia is still alive, so I would.
She's
assume.
an elf, of course. But I don't. But you would know that.
Isn't she only a half elf?
No, he is Marquesian. He is from the
No,
Ramadan
Vexalia.
Desert.
Isn't Vexalia a half elf?
Oh, she's cool.
Yes, she is a half elf. Yes,
Oh,
she
she's
is.
half? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they were kicked out.
Correct.
They're half elves.
Well, yeah, they had their falling out with their father because of it. Yes.
Right.
All right.
I
well,
don't pay attention to much, but I remember that.
That's only because it was presented in animation formula.
Uh-huh. Damn it, now I want to watch it again.
Well, pretty soon
I'm
the new one comes out. Mighty Nine comes out pretty soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
Couple more weeks.
I can't wait. Okay.
So you guys, are you heading to the scale tower?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We're like walking and talking, and I think a couple of bedrolls, unless you have some.
And looking for the dwarf.
I have a
Missing
bedroll.
dwarf.
I have a bedroll.
And
Keeping
keeping
an eye
out for the dwarf.
Yes, she described him to us, so
Yes,
Yes,
stocky,
just have a-
wider than he is tall. He's got a eagle blazon on his hauberk that he wears as armor.
the stocky
And-
wider than he is tall sounds like all dwarves to me.
Yes. Large
eagle-
beard, but very much a desert dweller, desert traveler. He's kind of got the deep sun-kissed skin of a well-traveled desert wanderer. So you got a pretty good description of him.
We're gonna find him dead underneath the crater.
Mhm.
The journey from Abdar's Promenade is a series of roads and routes that take you through the erudite quarter until you find yourself on the outskirts of the central district, heading towards a tower that can be seen off in the distance. It's one of the taller ones that has been newly built in the central district. It stands roughly 15 levels tall. It's got a conical shaped finish on top of it. It also has its own private air stanchion for local airship travel, as well as regional airship travel. The grounds around the tower are quite nice, actually. Here, there's also the Scale Library is here. There's also the Scale Hall. So it's made up of 3 buildings. The Scale Compound, which is made up of the 15-level tower, the local academic library attached to it, and then the Common Hall that's attached to it as well. It's one of the more well-established areas within the Central District, and commands a lot of students and others that come and go to either use the hall for purposes of interaction with each other or use the library for purposes of study. But Lyra, you know the route well. It takes you through the garden paths up towards the entrance of the hall. You guide your friends through the hall, and eventually you guys are already taking the long 10-story flight of stairs up
Jeez.
to main quarters, his mage's quarters.
This is why I have strong legs.
Right.
All right,
Well, I think I've had my workout for the day.
up and away.
As you guys journey up the stairs, you find yourselves standing in front of a familiar door, Lyra. The big iron door knocker on its center where you have to...
Up on my
You
tippy
hear
toes.
this... Yeah, you hear this very soft voice. Yes, who is it?
It's Lyra.
Oh, young Lyra, back so soon. Of course. Come in. The door kind of creaks open on its own.
Do I know who's talking? I'm familiar with who's talking, right?
It's Tavrix. You're familiar with his voice.
Oh, okay. I'm
Oh.
like, it sounds like a different voice than what I'd expect from a dragonborn, but okay.
That was one of the things that gave you a little bit of concern when you first met him, but
Mhm.
both Bludgeon and Eldera are meeting him for the first time as well. He's very slight. He does have a lot of dragonborn tendencies, but he carries himself very differently. He moves without really kind of moving. He wears an adornment of a red scale robe over kind of red academia clothes underneath. He's got a mane of scales that run down the breast and back of his scalp. He's got strange kind of Cyrillic, almost Gaelic-like tattoos on the sides of his head. He looks over to see you, Lyra, and see you come in with newcomers. You have brought me visitors, Lyra. Please make introductions if you wouldn't mind.
This is Eldera. And
Eldera, pleasure to meet you.
this is Bludgeon.
And Bludgeon, absolute pleasure to meet a warrior of skill, I could tell by your handling of yourself. Lyra, why the impromptu visit? You couldn't possibly be done already, are you?
I hold out my 5 samples and my notes.
This is excellent. Thank you so much. He walks over, kind of takes them from you, and since you are a day early, here's an extra 5 gold for your attention to detail. Thank you very much. He goes over to a very large table that fills up the back end of his study. He adds the samples and kit and everything you gave him to stacks of lots of stuff that's on this table. It's just an unending hoarder's pile of samples and information and scholarly work just piled up. He then kind of, this could have actually waited till tomorrow. I suspect you're here for other reasons.
I am. We ran across Professor Dorn in the tavern today.
Oh,
and
dear.
I pull out the map and I said he wants a group of people to go into the crater. He wants to go into the crater and try and prove a theory of his. And I show him the map. I said, he thinks it's hollow.
Yes, he also thinks Exandria is flat.
Yeah.
In the inner circles of academia, he's a bit of a known as a, what's the term humans like to use? No, crackpot, I think is more definitive. Well, I don't mean to call out another, oh, who cares? He's not a mage. I don't care. People hear myths and stories and are convinced that myth and stories are true subject matter. Now, in some cases, I admit, a good myth and a good story can offer up some insights into possibility and probability. But this notion that the different planes of existence all come together at the very centermost point of the crater has been discussed and batted around for many a year, even after Thordak's treasure hall was cleared of the crater and used to rebuild most of the destroyed cities of Taldori, including Vasselheim and Ithra, as well as some of the cities of Wildmont. But there's never been any proven evidence of such a case. But if he is offered to pay you good gold to prove it otherwise...
I just have to find a rock that looks cool.
Oh, well, I have many rocks in my vault. If you don't find anything and you think it's worth
come
money...
Get one.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing more than taking a crackpot for what he's worth, which is usually a bent nickel and not a lot of pennies.
So, yeah, we're going to go try and prove his theory and...
Are you properly prepared, young Lyra? Do you have everything that you need?
That's what I was trying to think of, all the things that I need. Warm clothes, bedroll, in case we...
Well, let's just assume by some miracle he's partially right. You're going to be in the dark, and you're going to be challenged in the dark. So I do have a device I could loan you, but I'll need it back.
Okay.
He goes over to a shelf, and he pulls this kind of lantern that looks suspiciously kind of decorative. Like, it seems too fancy to be functional.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over and he hands it to you. You
Okay.
see this small copper button at the top.
Yeah.
press it, if you would, please.
I push it.
You press it. The room gets a little bit darker, but the lantern is almost like daylight. And it offers like a 30-foot radius of perfect light around the lantern. Now, once per day, if you find yourself in a bit of a bind, you see that small silver button on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Push it and say the word reveal.
Okay.
As you push it and say the word reveal, you can see his little invisible familiar sitting up in the rafters of his mage's study. For about a minute, it will reveal anything invisible around you within 30 feet. Please, it's very expensive, but you're one of my finer research assistants. I would hate to have anything go wrong. So please, take it for use. When you're done with it, be sure to return it.
Will do. Thank you. I
Excellent.
attach it to my
What is it called?
lantern of reveal, maybe?
Yep.
Hey!
Well,
Alright.
I wish the three of you good luck. And if things go badly, well, it's been wonderful to have you in my service there.
I hope things don't go badly.
Me too. Me too. Well,
I'll check in with you after.
as the three of you begin to gather at the edge of his study and you head out the door closes on its own behind you. And you find yourself back out in the streets of the Central District.
Alrighty. We're gonna go try and find.
It is
one
now mid-afternoon, early afternoon at this
Mhm.
point. The day's about halfway gone.
Do we want to go tomorrow, or do we want to go today?
It doesn't matter as long as we have light sources and
And the
clothes,
equipment.
bedroll,
bedroll.
torches, kindling, stuff to light on fire.
No.
I'm always remembering my favorite line in Boondock Saints. Gotta have your 50 feet of rope.
50 feet
Yeah.
of rope. We have to take 50 feet of rope. I have 50 feet of rope.
I can tell you what I have currently. In my inventory, I have a book.
That is
A book.
important.
I have a book, a deck of cards, and
I have
pack
a
of
small
notes.
knife.
We want to make sure we take rations so we don't starve immediately, at least.
Right. Okay. Actually, I might need quite a bit of stuff.
Are you guys heading over to the promenade then to maybe
Yes.
stock up before heading to the Cloud Top District?
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to be realistic. Yes, I do need quite a few things.
Oh, we need to take a draft horse and a wagon. I'm just kidding.
I'm not quite sure if I have enough gold to fund this venture.
It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you 500 to go, and your reward is 150
300.
more gold.
Yeah.
What about mountaineering cleats? You know, the spikes on your boots.
Climbing gear,
I
yeah,
don't
Climbing
know.
gear.
Do you think we're gonna need mountaineering cleats?
or climbing gear, which is the entirety of what you might need for climbing gear.
I
Never
think
know,
we should-
caves and passages and
Oh, I think
dead
so.
balls and all that fun stuff.
So I think, yeah, as we move over, I'm gonna add like a tinder box. What would you say, Lyra? 5 days of rations, just in case.
What do I have? I have.
I know each ration is a pound.
Is it? How many
Candles,
rations do I have?
crowbar, hammer, perhaps. I mean,
That sounds good.
I couldn't possibly hold all these things, but bludgeon
I can
seems
carry it. I've got
up to
some
the
gear.
task.
I get the feeling like by the end of the shopping trip in the promenade, Bludgeon is just like carrying like one of those Sherpa packs that's always really packed and overly structured out,
Eldera just keeps like, adding things to the pile.
dangling frying pans and pour over coffee
Ooh,
ability.
don't forget coffee.
Oh, yes, we
Water
can't
skins.
forget coffee.
Water.
At least 10 pounds.
I do need water skins. Yeah,
And
our
I'm looking.
basic rope.
Yep, I got
As
rope,
you
I got
guys-
rations, I got tinderbox, torch, water skin, bedroll.
As you guys are
But
perusing,
we want to add warm clothes.
warm
as you guys are
clothes,
perusing the promenade, everyone give me perception checks, if you would, please.
Ooh, do we see the dwarf?
yeah. Or that little halfling.
Oh, yeah. I know what's his
16
face.
total.
I would like to give him a gold
16
jacket.
for 16 for bludgeon.
I got 2. I just kind of was so focused on this list.
Yeah, you got it too. I love it. Yep.
22.
22. As you guys are perusing the different shops, finding your supply needs for journeying into the
Purple
crater,
worm poison. We definitely need worm poison.
I would say you could pretty much find everything you need.
Okay.
And each of you will spend 2 gold to find everything that you need. Most of it is either, like, as you guys peruse the tables, like, it's a series of secondhand gear. You know, it's like never used, dropped once kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you're like, oh, look, it's got rust. You're like, oh no, he scrapes the blood off the, you know, the used rope, or he takes some, like, he takes some water and scrubs out, you know, a blood stain out of, you know, a leather bag or something. You know, these are things that are either found or find their way back into these open markets, depending on how they get here. However, Lyra, with that roll, you notice on a table being run by an interesting looking individual. He's tall, long black hair pulled back in a ponytail. He's got a pretty wicked scar on his chin, pale gray eyes. He's got the look of a local on him for sure. He's currently selling armor in various, you know, chainmail, leather, and other armor. You see a halberd on his table with a gold eagle emblem on the halberd.
Oh.
I'm going to go over and start perusing the halberd.
Mind your sticky fingers, halfling.
My fingers are perfectly clean. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
I'm
What can
looking
I
for-
do for you?
Is this the dwarf?
I'm looking at the halberd. Is it damaged at all? Like a stabby wound?
It looks a little roughed up. There's some cuts in the leather. There's some dents in the metal blazon on the leather. It looks like it's been in a fight.
Any blood?
This
Not
halberd
that
is
you can
nice.
see. It does look a little cleaned up, like somebody burnished the metal and, you know, took some soap and water to the leather.
I love eagles. Where did you get this?
I acquired it in a bit of business. That is none of your concern. Do you wish to buy it? I can sell it to you for 50 gold. Don't know if it would fit you. It's designed and fit for somebody a bit more portly than you are.
No, I just want the eagle. I don't want the whole thing.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's all or nothing. Thank you very much. Move along. Anybody else require any assistance? Let me know.
So where'd you get it?
I don't believe that's any of your business. Mind your manners and mind your station.
Well, I
Move
want to know
along.
who made it so that I can get the person who made it to make me an eagle on something that would fit me.
Give me a persuasion check on that. It's a pretty high DC.
Damn it. I need to up my persuasion.
Eldira and Bludgeon, to you, this guy looks pretty shady.
16.
This feels like somebody who assists people with their stolen goods and then fences them. He's got that vibe.
16?
16. Look, you seem like a nice young lady, but I'm not going to share my information with you. Now, please, just move along. Either buy the armor or go find something else of more interesting purpose.
A question, sir. Is
Oh.
your name perhaps Therix?
No, my name is Artavia. Octavia Quinn.
I see. So that means that we do have business.
Oh, you do? What business do we have?
Well, you see, we are looking for the very same Derricks. Can I piece two and two together that this is probably his?
Yeah, your passive is high enough that you'd pick up on this is probably the dwarf's Halbrick.
Right. So, this definitely belongs to him.
He
Yes.
rests his hand on the hilt of his sword on his waist. Are you calling me a thief?
No, but perhaps your source might have some information about
Are
him.
you implying that I deal with thieves?
You know what? It's only a suggestion. Please have him make a wisdom save.
Oh, here it comes. Let the magic begin. That is a natural 2 minus 1.
Right, he fails. I cast suggestion successfully.
Okay. And what are you saying to him in this suggestion?
Let me see. How many things can I say? Okay. Let's just be reasonable. You come by things. You no need to get defensive. We just wish to find our friend. And we'll forget that you procured his item.
You are so right. And might I say, your purple attire is stunning. Here, you would be saving me a trip. He walks over, picks up the halbrick, hands it to you. Give it to him with my good graces. And I apologize that it found its way to me.
Yes, where might we find him?
Was that part of the suggestion?
No. I did ask like where he was
Yeah,
initially. But
I'll let you do persuasion with advantage since he's under the
Okay.
suggestion effect.
yeah.
These
Persuasion
are the
with
dwarves
advantage.
you are looking for.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. That will be
Guidance.
a 17.
I bought it off of a tabaxi who is in the port of Emon. He goes by the name of Padway.
Padway, thank you. Well, we'll leave you.
Of course. Sorry for the inconvenience. Please let your friend know that was no harm intended.
It was in the port of what?
Port of Emon, down at the docks.
Okay, let's get out of here before.
He realizes that you charmed him.
Well, I mean, it lasts for 8 hours, but
Oh, that's true. That's true. I was thinking of a different spell effect. You're
right.
That was last 8 hours.
Okay, that is one spell used. Okay. All right. Well,
With
Let's
that, you
go.
guys disappear into the promenade to finish your purchasing and buying of supplies. There's about an hour left of sunlight as you are now on the main trail up towards the Cloudtop District with all your gear and all of your intent.
And we want to start tonight. And I mean, it's not
You
going
know,
to take
we
long. If
actually-
we fail,
we might be able to take a nap, perhaps. Seeing as this is going to be a long night.
it could be. You want to? We probably have a room at the tavern, don't we?
We could probably.
Eldera does, yeah, because she works there.
Yeah.
So
Where
she
do
has
I-
one of the smaller kind of one-person common rooms that employees get to use as long as they're earning money for the tavern, for Lamia's tavern. The Smiling Lamia.
I sleep underneath a table.
All right.
I'll
well,
find some open floor space.
So is the intent to go back to the tavern for a short rest or a long rest?
You don't get any spells back if you short rest, do you? Eldar?
do.
Some classes do,
You do?
but yeah.
I do. I'm a
Yeah.
warlock.
Then we can do a short rest.
Yeah. I mean, we could.
I mean,
how late
is it about
right now?
dinner time?
I mean, the sun's about to set. About
I
an
would
hour
say-
till sunset.
Let's go see the docks. Ask some questions. Find our dwarf.
And
I'm sure
do the
Ukima-
do the mold earth thing tomorrow.
yeah, early morning.
Yeah,
Okay,
leave in the
sounds good.
morning.
Dawn.
Yeah,
Go to
That
the
sounds-
docks.
quite right.
Okay.
With that, you guys switch trails from the cloud top and find yourself making your way through the central district and down the main road that leads into the beginnings of the Port of Emon. The Port of Emon is probably the busiest section of the city. Almost,
I'm looking
Almost-
for Spry.
yeah, you can give me a perception check while you're wandering through the port. Absolutely. At any given time, there's maybe anywhere from 100 to 120 ships at pier. Sometimes they're at anchor. Everything from all the different continents either comes through here or comes out through here. This is the money-making domain of Emon. The secondary one would be the airships. In fact, as you arrive into the port itself, you see one of the great airships from Ankarel, from Marquette, kind of arcing off in the distance, making its way towards the skyport. You also notice that the docks are very busy with mostly people bringing stuff off the ships currently to be sold at market. What'd you get, Lyra?
14.
14. No sign of fetch and no sign of spry. No sense that either of these
Ne'er-do-wells.
ne'er-do-wells are about.
Alrighty. We're looking for Padway.
Padway. Do we see any tabaxi?
Give me a perception or investigation as you look around.
What's better for me? Perception's better. That would be a 12.
There, every now and then you catch a glimpse of a tabaxi moving through the crowd or unloading a ship, or there's not very many of them here. And so far the tabaxis that you've seen don't seem to match the description that you acquired from the seller at the market.
Perhaps we might need to ask around.
Or we look more and be less obvious about it.
Well, I mean, we're not doing anything wrong.
Ah, you throw dice like a little girl. You see these three very rough dock workers. They're like tossing dice against the wall, making fun of each other, drinking heavily. You're almost as silly as that cat that tried to roll dice last night. Tabaxi make me laugh.
We're gonna
Oh, that
wander over that
sounds-
way.
Yeah.
You guys
I
wander
like
in the
dice. I pull dice
Yeah,
out of my pocket and I start playing with dice.
Yeah, Halfling, come on in. It's a silver a roll. Come on in. You watch the silver coins are being tossed on the ground, and it's called high dice. So the high roll just automatically wins. So these guys just pull out a set of dice and they throw them. Are you going? Are you
going to-
rolling? Roll 2d6.
Okay. A 2 and a 4.
A 6. You roll a 6, high dice 6, meter to beat it. You watch as everyone else starts rolling dice. None of them successfully roll higher than a 6, and you sweep up the 8 silver that were on the ground.
Sweet.
You roll good, little halfling. You roll good.
They out of character. They may or may not be weighted. Gonna roll them again.
Throw down another silver. Roll 2d6.
6.
Easy come, easy go. You watch as the second person rolls a 6, and he scoops up the silver on the ground.
Okay. Again.
Give me another 2d6.
8.
8. Another round where no one rolls 8 or higher. You scoop up the silver. You get 8 more silver back to you.
Okay.
At this point, these guys are getting hammered.
Like,
Now
drunk?
listen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you seem awfully lucky all of a sudden. What
Oh.
you doing here, lass? This is not quite the place for a person such as yourself.
I'm actually looking for a tabaxi.
Tabaxi. Well, I know a few, but you know they
I'm
they
looking
tend
for
to
one-
have names like people. Is there a name in mind, or
One that really likes dice.
I don't know of any tabaxi that like
Looking
dice.
for. I will say. I'm looking for Padway.
Old scruffy Padway. Yeah, she lingers down there by that old warehouse. She hangs out with a sordid sort. I think she works for the Clasp. She's in the business of extortion and a little bit of blackmail as well. Not a friendly person to get into conversation with, to say the least.
Thank you.
Silver. Last year, welcome. And they kind of all go back to drinking. Now they're just throwing dice against the wall and they're like flicking coins at each other. They're just descending into just drunken
Catching.
mayhem.
Sleight of hand. I'm catching the coins. They're disappearing.
As you guys wander away and you start heading towards that warehouse, Bludgeon, this area is very familiar to you. This is not a good area of the docks. You can already see
ourselves up.
Yeah, you're already seeing people that look a little bit too salty. People that are in the profession of collecting debts or making sure payments are made or making sure that people that need to be disappeared are disappeared. And they're all very salty looking and kind of eyeing the three of you as you're kind of walking through these warehouse districts.
Do I recognize any of them?
Give me a history check.
History check. 13 total.
Good enough. There's one individual that you recognize, kind of has very short, kind of shaved head. He's got tattoos crawling up the side of his face. He's very, very heavily suntanned with a strange kind of leather vest and leather pants and tall boots. And he's like taking a dagger and he's throwing it down at the ground. There's a piece of wood that he's got set up there. You can kind of hear it go thunk. And you recognize him as One Eye.
One Eye. All right.
Descriptive?
He's got one eye, right?
No, he's just not very inventive. You would call him simple in those terms.
All right.
One eye. So he's dickhead?
Bludgeon? Is that you, Bludgeon?
I pull out my dagger.
I don't recognize that pokey stick. Haven't seen you down in the docks for quite some time. What you doing down here? Oh, and look at you brought pretty ladies with you. Hello, my name is One Eye.
This is Lyra and Eldira.
Lyra and Eldira. A
It rhymes.
pleasure to meet you. He kind of like scratches at his bald head, and his chin. Yeah, where you been, Bludgeon? Ever since we did that drinking that night, you can't come back around for a while.
Well, that was a good night. I really can't tell you where I was after that.
Oh, that's usually a good sign of a good night. Yeah, for sure. Well, what you doing back down in these neck of the woods?
We're looking for Padway.
Padway? What do you want to talk to that salty bitch for? She mean. Are you sure you really want to talk to her?
Well, have you
We don't
seen
want
a...
to talk to her nicely.
We do. We want to do some business, maybe.
Oh, I think she's taken up in the fourth warehouse over there. Evidently, she's entertaining a visitor and has been busy of late. So you might want to mind your P's and Q's.
Does it sound like she's entertaining, like the visitor that she's entertaining is willing or unwilling? The way he's inferring.
I would say your passive insight, you'd pick up on the fact that he's probably inferring that it's more nefarious.
Okay.
I see. Well, thank you again. I pick up my dagger and put it in my sheath.
Good to see you, Bludgeon. Don't be what do they call that word there?
Stranger?
Don't be an unfamiliar friend of equal respect. Bet you thought I was going to say don't be a stranger. Every now and then the booze wears off, and I get a little notion of what's
Smarts?
that word? Yeah, smarts. Thank you. You're so smart. Yeah. By the way, if she asks, you didn't hear from me.
We didn't hear what?
Didn't hear nothing.
Exactly. Sits down, kind of draws at his taker. He's throwing the dagger back in the wood again. The three of you begin to wander down out of that area, and now you're in a little bit more of a quieted warehouse area. You're kind of in the shadows of an alley in between two of the warehouses, which affords you a little bit of an opportunity to look in the direction of the warehouse. It's now about 100 feet at an angle from where you're currently standing. You could see two very rough looking individuals standing on either side of a door. The building itself is maybe 20 feet tall. It's like one of those shotgun narrow buildings where it's, 20 feet tall, maybe 20 feet wide, but looks like it goes back quite a few hundred feet into the other warehouses. You can see small windows that are very high up on the walls, which tells you it's for ventilation. Not big enough to get into. They're maybe 3 inches tall by about 18 inches long, just enough to let the harbor air kind of make their way into the warehouse. Other than that, there's pretty much what you could see.
No windows.
Not windows that you would be able to gain entry.
Can we kind of skirt around and see the back of the warehouse?
If you're trying to not be noticed, you could certainly try to stealth and...
Trying to not be
Stealth.
noticed.
Yeah. Give me a group stealth check as you guys...
Is it foggy at all?
No, this is not London. This is the
Never know.
west coast of
We're
Taldor.
by the docks.
This would be closer to like a San Diego experience.
San Diego
Nice.
could be foggy.
Oh, that is at 6.
6. Lyra,
We're
what'd you get?
not going to be stealthy, are we?
What'd you
So
get?
We're not. I got 14.
14.
We're not
Bludgeon?
going to be stealthy, are we?
14 total.
14 total. Well,
Sneaky.
when you're lucky, you're lucky. You guys find a kind of out of the way alley that takes you between two warehouses. Fortunately for you, as you start walking down this alley, one of the guards is out cold, just drunk, surrounded by empty jugs of some kind of booze. You're not really sure what. And he's passed out in front of a door that he's obviously meant to keep an eye on.
And this is the warehouse that we're supposed to go in?
Yeah, but it's on the side. You didn't even have to make it to the back yet.
Nice.
This looks like it's a side entrance
Okay.
into the warehouse. And you can hear talking. You just can't make out the words that are being said coming from the inside of the warehouse.
To door. Listening.
Give me perception or insight as you listen at the door.
22.
You hear this strange accent from the other side of the door. I don't care what he is saying. I only care about what he's not saying. Drum it out of it. Pull his teeth if you have to. Shave his beard. I don't care what it takes. I know for a fact he knows where it is. And he is going to tell or he is going to die. Do you understand me? Yeah, we understand you, but I mean, you know who he is. He's got friends. This is kind of crossing over that line, Pa. Yeah, I know it is, but I don't care. This information is too important. Do you understand me? I know that this puts things at risk, but if this information is accurate, it'll make us all very rich. Now, get the others and do your job and get me that information. It's at that moment you hear the door latch on the door that you're near screeches as a lock is beginning to come undone on the door.
Jumping out of the way. Quietly. Hiding. Hide in plain sight.
Run
Hide.
away.
Inside.
There are crates nearby if you want to dodge behind the crates.
Dodge
To the
behind the
crates.
crates.
Everybody give me fresh stealth checks, if you would, please.
Roll
I'm gonna let you have an advantage because you heard it coming.
Oh, okay. 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Nice. 20.
Not natural.
20. Dirty 20s all around.
14.
14. While Eldira and Bludgeon disappear into the crates with no problem, Lyra kind of
I trip
trips.
over Shadow Pelt.
Yeah, you trip over your cat, and as you do, you feel Bludgeon and Eldira grab you by the wrists, and they just like pull you under the tarpaulin that they're kind of hiding behind.
And I grab
Just-
Shadow.
Just as the door like cracks open, and you see this tabaxi come kind of like coming out, and she seems to have like a very disgruntled look on her face, but she across her chest is a bandolier of pistols. She's got this huge green and yellow hat on with feathers coming out the back. She's got a rapier on each of her hips. You can also see that she's got daggers tucked behind her back. She's wearing like a studded leather hauberk with like very toughened leather pants. And she's got these two rough looking individuals, one on either side of her. And the three of them just kind of turn left and head out into the docks. She immediately slams the door when she does leave, and you hear the screeching of a latch locking behind her. And she disappears into the dockway crowd.
She doesn't even say anything about the passed out guard.
Nope, walks right by him.
Huh.
Maybe she's
Okay.
just used to it.
Yeah. When they're out of sight, I want to try and... I don't know if there's a way to pick that lock, but I want to try.
Give me an investigation check as you examine the door. Did you pick up thieves' tools by chance?
Yes.
Okay.
My charlatan background, I picked up these tools. Oh,
Very
I got
nice.
a dirty 20.
Dirty
No,
20.
I'm sorry. I got a natty 20.
Natty 20.
You said investigation?
Yep.
24.
24. You've had to deal with latch locks before. You pull out a elongated wire with a strange kind of hook on the end, but it's a very purposely built flat wire. You have this very thin gap between the door jamb and the door that you're able to put the wire in and begin to fish it upwards. Give me a sleight of hand as you try to undo the latch. You have advantage because you are using thieves' tools. You just don't get proficiency.
So that is a...
Unless you gain proficiency through your charlatan background. That part I don't know.
Of sleight of hand?
Yeah,
I have proficiency in sleight of hand.
because of your charlatan background. Cool.
Yes. So that's 13 or 13.
13. You feel the wire catch the latch. You can almost feel it kind of jiggling loose, and at the last minute, it falls back into place.
Can I try again?
Sure, go for it. Higher DC.
Fabulous. Lower roll.
The latch is pretty sturdy, still there.
Let me take a try at it.
Okay, I'll let
I
him
might
take
be
a try
good
at
at
it.
this.
Give me a sleight of hand check, Bludgeon. as you begin to try to fiddle at the wire and latch to see if it'll.
And he fiddles and he rolls. 10 total.
You watch as the wire drops through the gap into the interior of the door.
Sorry.
You just hear like you just hear a clinking sound on the other side as the wire slipped out of his hands.
Shall we kick down the door? Let's go see the other door in the back. I'm sure there's another door in the back. Maybe it's unguarded.
And perhaps whoever is in the foyer will not see us coming.
Does the guard have a key on him?
Give me an investigation check as you
good point.
examine his pockets.
Why couldn't I roll that? 16?
He's got a set of keys on him.
I'm going to see if they work.
There is no keyhole on this door.
Well, that doesn't help.
Is there an observation hole?
No peephole, no slide bar, nothing that looks like you can peek out through it. You get the feeling that people that use this door know that it's more secure than the others. Probably why she wasn't really concerned about the guard.
Are the hinges on the outside or are they on the inside?
They are on the inside.
Damn it. Okay. Let's go look at around, peek around the back, see if there's...
Yeah,
another
you guys
door.
make your way along the side of the warehouse. The three of you get up to the corner where you can turn. There are two very large wooden slider doors that allow stuff to be brought in and out. There are a bunch of empty wagons. There's 4 horses tethered to I always forget what those damn things are called.
Hitching posts?
Hitching posts. Thank you. Currently tethered to some hitching posts. They have feed bags on them so as to be distracted. You can hear hammering and sawing and other things going on beyond these giant double wooden doors. There's a metal bracket in the middle with this very large padlock on the bracket and chain. The doors are currently locked with a very large reinforced chain and padlock.
And it sounds like there's the hammering and stuff coming from just inside the door?
Maybe a little further back. But definitely from inside the warehouse.
Okay. I don't know
All right,
if we can
well.
get in there.
This is a
Nothing
conundrum.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can shimmy up and look in the upper windows?
Absolutely. There's some foothold and some handholds, especially on this side. If someone wanted to try and get a boost up and purchase themselves at the top of the sliding doors and look through the thin windows, it's possible.
Sure. I can do
hold
that.
someone up.
You grab Lyra's feet and kind of toss her up onto your flats of your hands. You begin to hoist her up. Because he's technically helping you, Lyra, give me acrobatics or athletics. 12. I put the DC at a 10 since it's not too complex.
Well, that's
So you're able to purchase your feet and handholds. You pull yourself up onto some beams that are cut into the right above the door, the sliding door jamb.
Okay.
And you're able to peek up and see through these thin, narrow ventilation windows at the top. And as you peek down inside, give me a perception check.
Uh, 15.
15. The warehouse is halfway empty.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there's at least maybe 9 or 10 dock working individuals. They don't seem to be carrying any weapons. They seem to be building wooden crates. But they're mostly empty wooden crates. So they seem to just be, that seems to be their profession. However, beyond where they're building those crates, you could see what looks to be a metal cage big enough to maybe hold 3 or 4 people. You can see 4 individuals talking to each other, and they look like the rough, salty type that you've seen out here on the docks. And you can see a very familiar dwarf inside the cage.
How many people total are in the building?
You get the feeling that the dock workers won't really be a problem. They don't look the type.
Okay.
The 4 that are guarding the dwarf or having a conversation in front of the dwarf's cage, they look rough.
How close now? Where the door that we were at was? Is that about midway down?
It is halfway down the warehouse.
Okay.
And you can't quite see the door because it's obstructed by crates and boxes and barrels that are mostly littered about the midsection of the warehouse. There's a lot of cover here, though.
Do they look like they have bows and arrows, or just like swords and stuff?
They all carry 2 hand axes, one on their hip and one on each hip.
Okay.
They all be wearing leather armor, and they seem to all. There's like a stack of spears that are kind of like in a barrel that could be easily grabbed if they needed to.
Okay.
And it looks like they might have daggers tucked into their front belt.
Oh goodness, lots of projectiles. Okay, I'm gonna climb down and share that with the group.
So all of you now know what she saw.
And maybe we want to try and pick this lock on this door.
I think is it within direct line of sight of the workers?
Yes. Well, they can't see through the door.
Oh, okay.
I would say the workers were maybe a good 80 to 100 feet further into the warehouse, and because they're hand sign and using hammers and stuff,
Pretty
there's quite a bit of noise.
Okay. Well, we might take the opportunity while they're
Let's pick it and
busy.
sneak in and then close it again.
Yes.
Lyra, give me an investigation as you examine the padlock.
16.
You find a matching key on the key ring that you took off the guard.
I have a key.
It goes
open it
in. You hear the clicking sound. The padlock falls away. You heave the chain off the 2 brackets. The doors are surprisingly well maintained, so they easily, on these metal rollers, they begin to kind of slide to the right, and that's when the hammering and sawing gets a lot louder. It's echoing, it's reverberating within the warehouse. To your right, you could see a 40-foot run to a series of crates. To your left, you could see another 40-foot distance to another series of crates. And they're kind of haphazardly stacked with the intent of probably being carted away at some point for use. There's also a lot of stacks of lumber in between the crates as well. Provides a pretty decent amount of cover going towards the middle of the warehouse.
Okay, we're going to try and be as sneaky as possible and only open up the door as wide as we actually need it, and try and be quiet and stealthy.
Okay. Who's leading the way in?
I'm smaller, I'll lead.
Who has the best stealth?
Mine is 2.
Oh, mine's 4 actually. Interesting.
I've got a 3.
I got
Everybody, let's make this a group skill check. So everyone give me a stealth check.
Okay, I got a 23.
Ooh, I got a natty 20.
Technically, you
Okay.
could do it with advantage because of the noise.
Oh, I can crit.
I don't know if I can.
You
I don't
can't
know if
get
I
any
can
higher than
get
that.
any
Yeah.
higher than that.
How do you do it with
So I
advantage?
got 22.
Advantage is you roll 2d20, and you take the higher of the 2 rolls.
All right, I got the same mirror image roll, so 23 and 23.
Nice.
Love
20
it.
is the roll.
Love it.
Nice. You guys are stealthy. The door slides open. The question is, do you go right or do you go left?
Which
What's
way was the
darker?
cage?
The cage is on the left-hand side of the center of the warehouse.
Going left.
Okay. As you guys begin to, with Lyra in the lead, Bludgeon, are you in the middle or are you behind Eldera?
I'll go in the middle.
Okay. Bludgeon in the middle, Eldera bringing up the rear. The 3 of you are using the some of the finished crates and unfinished crates and stack of lumber to kind of move between the spaces. You wait for the sound of the work to kind of pick up speed and pace, and you move between the crates and the stacks of lumber, and you get about halfway to your destination and you can hear like somebody snoring. You stop at a group of crates, and leaning against an unfinished crate is a familiar looking halfling, snoring and sleeping. It is Fetch.
Fetch.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
A sound asleep, about 10, 20 feet away from you.
I'm looking for Spry.
Is he part of the 4?
No, he is not. You didn't know he was here.
Ah.
You just kind of, because your stealth was so high, you just kind of stumbled upon him.
Does he look roughed up, or does he look like...
He looks like he's sleeping off an afternoon of drinking.
Okay.
He smells like sour alcohol. Like the
Gross.
bad stuff. Like the warm wine you buy at the docks.
Yeah. We'll
Delicious.
I think we can leave him, right? We don't have any business with him right now.
You think he'd run if he woke up? If he
Probably.
woke up, he won't be that much of a threat anyway.
He's a coward.
But if he alerts anybody, it won't be.
He's a messenger.
Or we
He'll
tie
tell
him
people, let's tie him up.
I've got some gloves.
We're going to tie his
No.
shoelaces together.
He's wearing slip-on boots.
What if we I've got some weighted gloves.
Leave the
Let me just
man
knock 'em out.
unmolested.
All right, fine. We leave him unmolested.
What's everybody's passive perception?
14.
14? I think you're probably, what, 12, Eldira?
I am like 10.
10 for
12.
passive?
12.
I have a zero. I have a zero.
Lyra, as the three of you are kind of standing there pondering what to do about Fetch, you can't help but notice that his impromptu pillow is his messenger bag.
Ooh.
That would be an interesting find.
I want to try and slide it out from underneath his head without waking him up.
I would also say your passive perception tells you there's some nearby burlap sacks. You got to do the old switcheroo.
Oh,
Give me sleight of hand.
I rolled a 1.
I love it. Perfect timing. You go to, you kind of do the dangling of the phalanges thing where you're like, okay. Right? You reach down and you got one hand on the messenger bag. You've got a lump of burlap sacks ready to go. And as you pull the messenger bag with the intention of switching the sack really quick to keep his head cradled, your timing's off. And there's a cracking noise as his head hits the hard masonry rock surface of the ground. Roll a D4 for bludgeoning damage. I want to see how much damage he takes from you doing that.
2.
You go, he like screams really loud. What's good? He just belts out this horrific scream as he cracks the back of his head on the ground. He looks up and he sees the three of you. You guys have a moment here to try something. So far, no one's noticed yet because I rolled really shitty for perception.
Because they're arguing.
Oh, perfect. You're up.
Over his mouth.
I was going the persuasion route. Oh, perfect. You're up.
So I'll say Lyra's shushing him, and you're saying perfect, you're up. You can have persuasion with advantage.
Yeah, I wasn't doing damage. I was just shh.
Right.
I got a nat 20.
At 20. He got like his eyes are all bloodshot, and he, do I know you? What are you doing in this warehouse? I don't.
Oh gosh, good. No, you looked very familiar, and my apologies. You can go back to bed.
Hey, kind of like, oh my head, oh my
Here,
head.
I'll put this pillow underneath your head.
Oh yeah, gee, you guys are so. All three of you are so pretty. I want to think I've seen you. he just like retches onto the floor, big old gout of vomit. His eyes get all cross-eyed. He looks at the burlap sacks. He grabs them from you, throws them down into the vomit, and then lies down on the burlap sacks in the vomit and passes out cold again.
He's gonna die.
I grab his sack.
His message bag, I assume.
Yes, his messenger
Okay,
bag.
just checking.
Not
just checking.
not anything food.
Just checking. Never know.
just
Half-
sacking.
Halflings are weird. I'm just
Yes.
gonna say it. They're weird.
Halflings are weird.
You grab at the messenger bag. It's got some weight to it. There's even a little bit of a jingle of coin or something metal inside.
I'm
You gotta
going to-
put it over your shoulder and yeah.
And then continue towards.
You hear one of those traditional wet knuckle smacks. Now listen here, you stubborn dwarf. You're gonna tell us where that wagon is, or we're gonna beat it out of you and take it from your dead skull. You get me? I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got no business with no wagon containing no fortune. I'm here to meet a friend of mine. And let me just tell you what, this friend of mine's not going to be too happy when she finds out that you're beating one of her mates. You get my drift? And you hear this like phlegmy kind of like, spitting on the ground. And then you hear the sound of that wet knuckle. You hear like a rattling sound as a tooth
Oh,
patters in between some boxes about 30 feet to your left. And now you can see that they have him out of the cage. He's in a chair tied up, and there's 3 behind him holding him in place, sitting in the chair. And there's one burly, swarthy looking meat sack just kind of bellicose and yelling at him and dropping haymakers down into his face.
Yeah, this needs to stop.
yep. We're gonna. Yeah.
Can we sleep them or something, or any way to knock them out? Like the old sleep spell, something cheesy, level 1.
Your witch is like, I'm a warlock, not a mage.
Yeah. I don't get sleep either. I'm a druid, not a mage.
As
I
the
might
3
have
of you,
Is there
go ahead.
there's a one specific person rendering these like jabs?
Yeah, he's about 6 feet tall. His sleeves are all rolled up. His knuckles are all split open. The dwarf is laughing every time he gets hit.
I'm
You call that
I-
a punch?
I have something, GM, but I wanted to call a point of order. I didn't realize I was rolling off my level 7 sheet when I did suggestion. I was just like, I have like 3 copies of LDS.
Yes, the different leveled copies to keep things.
So
in
there was-
order. That's
There was 2 spell slots, but I already used one, and I feel like that was kind of a big thing, so I probably don't have any more.
yeah, you might be out of
I'm gonna
spell
let you.
slots. Although we could
we
say
had said that we were gonna take a
we could say that at some point between your journey from the promenade to here, you guys took a brief short rest.
yeah, 'cause
on your
we went and
way.
had dinner.
Yeah, or a meal. So you can mark off a short rest if you want. That way you can have the slot back. It would make sense.
Okay. That is very generous. I will take it.
No, it makes sense.
We were
I mean, it
talking about having
happens.
dinner because it was dark.
Tasha's
Level
hideous
1 is
laughter.
far more forgiving when it comes to retcon than at level 10, I assure you.
Or
Okay.
20.
Tasha's hideous
okay.
laughter.
While she's doing that, I would like to also entangle.
So you're preparing Entangle.
Yes.
Eldera is preparing Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Bludgeon, is there anything you'd like to prepare to do as you see your 2 companions preparing to cast spells?
I'm just drawing my dagger and my sword, again, getting ready. I have nothing to cast.
You watch as Bludgeon gets in that fucking badass starting sprint position, like he's got both weapons out and he's bent over, getting
But-
ready to sprint into the group.
This is what I will try to do.
Okay,
Straight up intimidate them when I step out.
got you. So with Tasha's Hideous Laughter prepared, Entangled ready to prepare, and Bludgeon ready to charge in, that's where we're going to finish tonight. So that when we come back next week, you guys
This
going to have your
combat wouldn't
first
take that long.
combat. Yeah, famous last words from a bunch of level 1s.
And we
Oh, that
found
was awesome.
what item did we find of Davrik's? Or no, not Davrik's. What's his name?
Fetch?
Darius.
Oh,
Oh, his
you have his leather armor basically. It's his halberd.
Okay.
That's
Like a
what you were
breastplate.
able to. Yeah, it's a leather breastplate basically with the big eagle emblem on the front of it.
Okay. Okay.
And a message bag.
So at the end of first sessions like this, I like to get feedback. What was everybody's thoughts? How you liking your character so far? This is why I like to start with level 1, so that you can begin to experience. I know for Neil, it was a pretty big deal to experience the mechanics, and I wanted to make sure that mechanics make sense. The idea that in some cases, if it's so obvious, I don't need you to roll, right? It just makes sense that you either see, notice, or can do something that feels like it's an obvious pattern. When tensions are higher or risks and goals are more, obvious to be needed to be tested, that's when typically I'll have you roll a mechanic check, like, that big stack of skills that you have so far. So how's everyone liking their character so far?
Good.
Love it.
Fun.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
But how are you enjoying being back on the other side of the screen?
It's
Good
fun.
deal.
It's actually it gives me a different perspective, which helps.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was the primary reason I joined, because I was like, I really need to see this perspective. It'll help me on the other side of the screen too.
Yeah,
Just have fun.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
fun. Exactly.
Now, Neil, it's been a while since you played. What did you think of the more narrative approach, and not so like we grew up playing a pretty heavy mechanic system back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Modern D&D is far more narrative, a bit more. You'll find that in the first few sessions, I may be a bit more exposition-y, just to kind of help people get into the
Right.
flow and find that table vibe. You'll find that usually by, session 10, I rarely talk. Most of the time I'm waiting for players to talk, or you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, or usually that kind of more fluid vibe of the role play and the narrative begin to collide better. And as you kind of get more comfortable with each other's play style, that's when you do that vibe check at session 10. You're like, okay, vibe check. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do another one at like session 5. Then we'll do another one at session 10. So we can kind of get it. Like, I'm okay if by session 10 you're like, oh, I really don't love my character.
And
That's-
then we killed them off.
That's okay. Then we either give them a heroic retirement or a heroic death or whatever you choose to do. And that's why you're in a very busy city like Emon, meeting all these important people, because it would make sense that other character options would be available. So you'll feel awkward, but don't be afraid to tell me you've fallen out of love with your character and you want to build something different. That's okay to have.
No, I'm good so far after
Awesome.
one night. Fun.
Awesome. So be sure
it's
to
the mechanics. I mean, who cares about the mechanics? It's the storyline that's fun. And it's the randomness of chance that is the exciting part.
Yeah, and that's
of whatever it might be.
and that's one of the interesting things about narrative style storytelling, is that you'll notice that the two of you started off at the tavern getting familiar, but yet Lyra was already at the crater because she's already been hired by the Dragonborn to do kind of like simple research work. So that by the time the three of you met back up at the tavern and you had the different conversations that were going on and insights that were going on, the problem of getting access to the crater was already solved, right? Because Lyra already has access.
Right.
So that part of the story became easier, but then the mystery of what happened to the dwarf tends to be a little bit more exciting. So that kind of took over.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you had a very high perception roll and Lyra found the missing armor, it was like, oh, getting into the crater is easy. Let's go see what happened to the dwarf. This is going to be way cooler.
Well, if
Right,
we want to
so-
start the crater in the morning, we don't want to start the crater at night.
Right.
Does it really matter?
Well, I want to be able to see what I'm doing.
That's fair, but you have the lantern.
I want to be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you want to find the dwarf. But then, it suddenly turns into you guys kind of doing some shopping, wandering down into the docks, running into a couple people you might know, discovering where the dwarf is being kept by this very nasty tabaxi. And now you've snuck into the warehouse, came across the drunken messenger that's in the warehouse that is run by the Clasp, and now you're about to attack what might be 4 Clasp members who are holding the dwarf prisoner for some reason. So, that's narrative storytelling. And that way, as you guys make your choices and decision, that's mostly driving my response. Right. And that's always been the big difference between the first and second edition game. Usually the first and second edition game would give you these heavy-handed tables to roll for, and you'd roll on those tables, and that would actually design the narrative for people. Which was okay. I cut my teeth on that, but it was reading The Hobbit that taught me narrative storytelling. Once I read The Hobbit at age 7, I was sold. I was like, oh, this is the way I want to do storytelling. And that's kind of the way I've done it from the existence of time. It took me a while to find my voice. I didn't find my voice till I was 15, but I absolutely love it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed your first real session. Don't forget next week to hit up the website, buy your ticket for next Tuesday. If you don't want to have to worry about it, you can always subscribe instead of buying a ticket. It's totally up to you. It's your choice. And this is usually what I ask. Is everybody available next Tuesday? Are we good for next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Is
mine
mine
Outstanding.
subscribed, or is it one purchase?
It should be a choice. You should either be able to hit subscribe or choose to purchase a ticket. Should be a choice.
Would you be able to check for me? I don't know
Sure.
unless I can check. I don't know.
You should be able to when you go to the store.
Okay.
I just ordered my new headphones.
That's good because the headphone flopping around on your head is a little.
They look exactly like this pair of headphones. They are the
Just
same
in case.
exact brand. Oh, I could do those headphones. I have those.
It's a quantity ticker. I do not see the choice. Let me go into this really quick. Oops. This service dude. Let me go to edit. I could have sworn I had it set up for that. I don't know why it's not. Oh, that's because I had it on limited stock like an idiot. Let me double check my change. Make sure that's accurate. Let me go
What did
down.
you prepare, Lyra? I prepared Tasha's. What did you prepare?
Entangle.
Entangle.
Angle. And it was intimidation by.
And a charge in.
It
He was going to charge in, right?
It should be fixed. Let me double check my publish. If you go to cart, if I want to, hold on, may not want that there. Go back to store. Go here, down. It's letting me add one to cart, but maybe it's in cart that you make the choice. No, for some reason it's set up for ticket only. It might be because I started off with a stock of 5 seats. So I think right now it's just set up for ticket only. So just, the day of, just in the morning, just go in there and grab your ticket.
All right.
So that would be, that's my bad. I'll try and see if there's a fix for that. There might not be because you guys have already ordered off the original stock, so it's defaulting to ticket. So that's fine. No biggie.
All right.
A shadow stirs on the mountain high. stands where the eagles fly. The earth it hums, a warning cry. The world awaits the break of dawn.
Still